Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final session of the MAC 2019 Swimming Championships here in New York, Pennsylvania. Tonight, Messiah looks to close it out in women's swimming to win yet another championship in a row, while Albright looks to close out their 8th title in the past 9 years. As we've seen competitive swimming all week long, those two teams with a pretty commanding lead, if I'd say so, and it all comes down tonight. Right now, they honor the seniors that will, not only some of them swim tonight, but overall for each team. A heavy roster overall of seniors, but all of them deserving much of honors. So yesterday, the third day, while they go through this ceremony, let's take a little bit of a coverage of what happened in yesterday's performances in the finals. The 400-yard medley individual was won by King's Kirsten Seaweed with a time of 4:39.18. Besides, Maylene Elder took the silver with a time of 4:12.96. Britta Heath, 4:46 flat. For the men's, it was Widener's Daniel Parker who ended up taking the win. He won the gold with a time of 4:14.45. Albright's Brandon Mackey Wood ended up taking the silver. We saw Mackey Wood this morning, as well as the Lions' Connor Hassard taking the bronze. TJ Dalton was initially the winner of that event. However, he was disqualified on the final lap for not getting two hands or feet onto the wall to come back around. He only had one on, which is why his last time was disqualified, giving the win to Parker. The 100-yard butterfly was won by Widener's Jill Bujanowski. No surprise, Bujanowski winning the 100-yard butterfly over Messiah's Sassy Cotton. Cotton as well, a very good swimmer. And Stevenson's Izzy Ramslin came in third. In men's, Albright's Bryce Schaefer ended up winning his second straight gold in the event with a time of 49.97. He ended up resetting his own championship record of 49.74 and then breaking it own in preliminaries, 49.87. Again, Schaefer having the own record. The 200-yard free shuttle was won by the 200-yard freestyle, was won by Nancy Ziegler. Ziegler has had a wonderful week. She ended up winning the 200-yard freestyle. The men's 200-yard freestyle was won by Martine Bowden. Bowden of Widener won the gold at a time of 1:41.39. The 100-yard breaststroke was won by Ali Sell, followed by Misericordia's Grace Nikolsky, the two-time defending champion. Then for men's, Albright's Tyler Chamberlain, who had won the event 2 times previous in 2016 and 2017, with a time of 56.91, ended up beating Arcadia's Mark Brady, who took silver, and King's Rice Hammaker, the 2018 champion, who ended up taking bronze. They honored the seniors here for a round of applause. So as the official round of applause, 100-yard backstroke was won by Kaylee Hollenbach with a gold and a D3 B time cut of 56.89. As we'll pause for the national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright
And welcome back to the MAC Swimming Championships. So we will end up having a MAC Sportsmanship reading here. But let's update you on the current standings for right now. The men's and women's champion is still to be decided. No team has clinched. However, it does look relatively safe. In first in the men's with 497 points is Albright. In second is Widener with 357. Arcadia sits in third with 295 points. King sits in fourth, 246.5 points. Messiah in fifth, 209 points. Misericordia in sixth, 141.5. Wilkes in seventh with 159. Y coming in eighth, 128. Hood in ninth, 123. FDU Foreman 10th, 82. Lebanon Valley in 11th with 52. And Stevenson with a lone 6 points in the men's championships. As for the women's, Messiah, they lead commandingly by 132 points with 449. Widener's women's team is in second with 317. Misericordia has 250, they sit in third. Arcadia fourth, 243. Stevenson, 228, they sit in fifth. Kings, 220, they sit in sixth. Lycoming seventh with 170.5. Albright in eighth, 149. Hood in ninth, 109.5. Wilkes with 93 in 10th. FDU Foreman 11th with 77. And Lebanon Valley rounding out the women's lineup in 12th with 63. So if you're wondering what the finals are for tonight, before we have a couple more ceremonies, this is what it is. We'll have the women's 16-yard, or the 1,650-yard freestyle to start it off. These are the heats that didn't go after the preliminaries this morning. The men's 1,650-yard freestyle as well. And then we will head to the women's 200-yard backstroke, followed by the men's 200-yard backstroke. Then we'll head to the women's 100-yard freestyle, followed by the men's. Aaron Green looks to compete and not only break his own championship record of a 44.81, but also go on to win his 10th individual title. In Heat 2, Aaron Green actually came in second, or rather third. He will face Martine Bowden and Jared Byrne. And I apologize, he came second in his split behind Bowden. Byrne in lane 5. Aaron Green will be in lane 6. For the women's 200-yard breaststroke, they will have Kirsten Seeley, who is the fastest junior of Kings. That will go on, and then it'll be followed by the men's 200-yard breaststroke. For the women's 200-yard butterfly, that would be the next event, event number 33, followed by the men's 200-yard butterfly. And then it'll be a race for the final two events of the evening. The women's 400-yard freestyle relay, followed by the men's 400-yard freestyle relay. Obviously, nothing more than 2 heats in either of these events. Again, I mean, for Messiah, they continue to dominate in the women's, and the same thing for Albright in the men's. So we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the MAC Swimming Championships here on YouTube. And welcome back to the MAC Swimming Championships as every team going through their hype up. Just to emphasize again, Albright going for 8 of their last 9. Messiah looking to make it 6 in a row. They've won the last 5 years. As again, they try to maintain their 5 straight titles, as we've been talking about all week long. But since the 2014 season, Messiah has dominated all 5 years. Going back to 2014, they had 555 points, 628 in 2015, 832, which is a high in 2016. In 2017, 619 team points and 619 and a half last year for Messiah's women's team. As of right now, Messiah, I mean, they're on track to keeping up with that coming into the last night. Again, there's no decided winner, but Messiah looks very much in control with a 130-plus point gap. Our scheduled time is about 6 p.m. in starting. So again, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the MAC Swimming Championships here on YouTube. Stick right with us. Hello everyone and welcome back to the MAC Swimming Championships here in York, Pennsylvania. Again, you're watching Session 7, the final session of the weekend. Tonight, we decide a MAC Swimming Champion. So our first event will be the women's 16 50-yard freestyle. We will have the two heats, the one heat here for the women's and one for the men's, the top overall. And here is your lineup. A senior Widener with a preliminary time of 11:21:47 on the season will be Eva Partridge. In lane 2, a junior of Arcadia with a preliminary time of 11:18:65. It'll be Rebecca Brown. In lane 3, it'll be a freshman of Messiah, trying to help them clinch this championship with a preliminary time of 10:56:20, Nancy Ziegler. In lane 4, the two-time defending champion in this event. She's a junior from Arcadia with a preliminary time of 10:51:91. It'll be Megan Hupp. In lane 5, a sophomore from FDU. She swam excellent this week. She's come short of victory a couple times, but looking for her first. The preliminary time of 10:55. Hello everyone and welcome back to the MAC Swimming Championships. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We're trying to get that figured out. The Wi-Fi is a little bit interesting as we are underway of Session 7, the final night here. Messiah trying to clinch the women's championship here tonight. Let's go over your finals starting lineup here. Eva Partridge will be in lane 1. She's a senior of Widener with a preliminary time of 11:21:47. Rebecca Brown will be in lane 2, a junior of Arcadia with an 11:18:65. Nancy Ziegler of Messiah with a preliminary time of 10:56:20. Megan Hupp, the two-time defending champion in this event, will be in lane 4, the junior of Arcadia, 10:51:95. Molly Miller in lane 5, the sophomore of FDU with a preliminary time of 10:55:17. That is the second fastest preliminary time. Alyssa Desposito, the senior of Arcadia, 11:04:28. She'll be in lane 6. Britta Heath in lane 7, the senior of Messiah, 11:20:42. And rounding out the field will be Bailey Babarski, the junior of Arcadia, 11:26:35. Right now it is an early lead for Miller. Miller, we know in the early portions, she's come short a couple times this week, but would love to win the 1650 final. Hupp, who's the two-time defending champion in this event, she right now sits just outside of second. And in second right now is Nancy Ziegler, who had a pretty miraculous week. She had a major victory and looks to win another one for the freshman. She's impressive out of Messiah. She's looking to close out and clinch this championship for Messiah College here tonight. It's about neck and neck for the lead. They will touch and take lap 7. As they come towards the middle portion of the pool, it will still be Molly Miller with the lead. Miller again, 4 seconds behind essentially from the preliminary of Megan Hupp. But you have to remember these times a little bit off because this isn't what they haven't done all year. This is a full 1 mile swim. The record is 17:30:36. We haven't seen a time at all near that this morning near the heats. But it should be interesting in what it will come down to. Miller right now with the lead. Hupp challenging for second over Ziegler. They will touch. Let's see the times at the line. Miller 32:33. It'll be Ziegler in second, 32:57. Hupp 32:48. Hupp though still trailing behind, trying to run her down. It's still a 3-women's race here in the early portion for the championship here of the women's 16 or the 1,650 yard freestyle. Hupp still challenging. Miller pulling ahead. It's about a 5-yard lead. Miller touches the end of the pool. She'll come back around to take lap 13. Ziegler just ahead of Hupp. Hupp, again, the 2-time champion of this event, looking to win it for the 3rd year in a row. He's the junior. Hupp has come short a couple times this week in defending her title. She's had a pretty solid week, though, still relatively consistent, but she would love to close it out with the victory. They continue to push on through. That time at the line, Miller 32-38. 32-68 for Ziegler, and just slightly slower, 32-69 for Hupp. They'll go to the end of the pool again. Miller takes lap 15. They still have a bunch of yards to go, but Miller is expanding the lead. Hupp still right there trying to challenge Ziegler. In 4th right now, you have Britta Heath, followed by Desposito, the senior of Arcadia. Then the rest of them, when you look at it, they're still trying to complete a lap. They're about a full lap behind. But right now, Nancy Ziegler is giving pressure to Molly Miller. She was 3/10 faster that lap, and she looks to close up. Earlier on in the heats, we saw 7 seconds be gained in a matter of 20 laps. We very much so can see that happen here today. Just because you may be a full lap behind does not mean you're out of it. Stamina is a huge thing. That time at the line, Miller was faster by 4/10, but this still is neck and neck for the lead. See, Hupp is having a pretty conservative pace in 3rd, but she also has not really been left. She's right there. It's essentially, though, a 3-women's race as of the moment. Miller, as she continues with the lead, is setting a pretty solid pace. She will take the 500-yard mark with the lead, and we'll see when they get to the next 500 if it stays the same. Miller still in the lead of FDU. You'll have Ziegler just trailing by a second. Ziegler's head is out at the foot of Miller, and Hupp is at least the chest of Ziegler. They continue to battle for the lead. This is where you're going to watch Hupp getting closer to Ziegler, but it's still Miller who pulls away. She's about a body and a half over Ziegler. Hupp getting closer within a cap or so. At the line, that time, Hupp was faster by 2/10 over Miller, or over Ziegler and Miller, in fact. Equivalent times, that time at the line for both Molly Miller and Nancy Ziegler. But Megan Hupp, the 2-time champion of this event, is picking up the pace, and rightfully so. They continue to push forward here. Hupp again, dead even with Ziegler. But right now, Miller continuing to push away. 17:30.36, again, is the record. Right now, they're at 6 minutes and 34 seconds and setting a pretty good tone here on lap 35. Miller touches the end. They'll come back around. We're going to see the times this time through. It should be relatively interesting. Miller getting as well pretty close. I mean, she's going to still have to do some more distance. Getting relatively close to lapping the first swimmer here. Miller at the line, 32:41. 32:43 for Ziegler, 32:54 Hupp. So they're all within each other. Hupp is getting pulled away from the moment from Ziegler, but it is still neck and neck. At that time at the line, it was Molly Miller who was the fastest. We'll see again at the line. Miller still pulling away. It's more than a body and a half over Ziegler. In 3rd right now is Hupp, but you gotta wonder what it'll be when they get to the end. This time, Miller at the line, 32:38. 32:38 for Ziegler, dead even 38:32, or 32:32 rather, for Hupp. 600s faster than both of them. So they continue to stay in this, that time Hupp the fastest. They continue to trade back and forth. All 3 of these swimmers relatively even, but Molly Miller out to the lead right now in the 1650 as they get ready for 10 laps to go into the first 1,000. Miller at the line, 32:54. Ziegler, 32.93. Hupp 32.68. Hupp has made up some ground there, a tenth or so, as she's now closed it back in to within a half a body over Ziegler. They take lap 31. They will have a total of 32 laps to go, or rather 35 laps to go, to claim the victory. But right now, Molly Miller continues to expand. At the line this time, Miller 32.42. Ziegler will touch 33.16. It'll be a 33.07 for Hupp. So you got to wonder, will Miller falter? If she falls into those 33s, that's when you start getting worried. Hupp and also Ziegler have been consistent in the high 33s to the low 33, the high 32s to the low 33s. But right now, it is Molly Miller who's consistently running 32s, as she does a 32.26 right there. At the line, 32.48 Ziegler, 33.11 for Hupp. Hupp has fallen back just a little bit. She's now at about the thigh or the starting portion of the leg of Ziegler. It is still a three-women's race, however, as they continue to work around and take lap 35. They work towards 36. And right now, Molly Miller continuing to expand her lead. It is now about 10 to 15 yards. Miller 31.96 at the line. Ziegler 32.38, 33.06 for Hupp. That is a full 2 seconds faster than Hupp, and Miller is setting an incredible pace for someone that is working now towards her 1,000th yard. She is doing an incredible job pulling away. She has come short a couple times to both Ziegler and Hupp this week. She wants to win her first here in the MAC Championships, and she's doing a very good job, is the sophomore of FDU. We've talked about all week how she's been a great swimmer, how good she's been in freestyle, and how fast she can be. As she takes lap 39, she will close in to take the 1,000th yard, and we will see the times at the line as she is setting a wonderful, wonderful pace. There's only one swimmer or two that right now sits that's lapped. They take lap 40, 32.39 for Miller. Ziegler 32.62. Hupp 33.08. That's not going to get the job done right now for Hupp. Ziegler, though, is still within the reach of the 32. She's just going to find momentum as they take now 25 laps to go. 25 laps to go, and it is still anyone's race. You just got to wonder who will win it. It's going to come down to the end. That time at the line, Miller 32.31. Ziegler 32.52. Another 2/10 gain. Hupp, that time 32.65. So Hupp gaining some momentum at least. But is it too little too late? That is the common question. You've got to gain your ground, and you've got to do it quick. But Miller right now pulling and pulling away fast. Miller, again, she will touch 32.60. At the line, Ziegler 32.41. Ziegler faster by 2/10 that time. Ziegler starting to cut it down. It's within 10 yards, but the question is, how far is she away? The difference is 3 seconds overall, but can she cut down all those three with the pace that is being ran right now? It's going to get interesting down to the end, that is for sure. But at the end of it all, Miller 32.46, 32.34 for Ziegler. So at the end of this all, it's going to be tight. We saw it again. We saw 9 seconds be gained in one of the heats earlier this morning in men's. And while there wasn't enough time to track him down at the end, Ziegler, who's won already this week, the freshman of Messiah, showing a pretty strong time. At the line, it looks like this time Miller's going to be a little bit faster. Miller 32.61. Ziegler, let's see, 32.44. So Ziegler indeed is still faster and gaining time. 2/10 that lap. She's averaging about 2/10 a lap as we go. They continue to put the pressure. She's gained some more time. It looks like this time Nancy Ziegler is setting a very good pace. They take lap 50, 16 laps to go. Molly Miller at the line that time, 32.51. Ziegler 32.45. That's 600 faster again for Ziegler. Ziegler Messiah looking to close it out. Ziegler overall 10.56.52. She's a second off Miller, who had a 10.55.17 on the season. They continue to be neck and neck. Hupp sits in third right now. She just took lap 51. Miller will go to the end of the pool. We'll see the time again. Miller at the line, 32.45. Ziegler, 32.43. 200 faster as they are on lap 53. And the differential, you may ask, is a near 4 seconds. Actually, less than 4 seconds. It's about 2.5 rather. But it is still relatively close. Miller again across the line. She'll have 10 yards to go. She will take lap 54. 12 laps to go. 32.65 for Miller. At the line for Ziegler, 32.25, 4/10 faster. Ziegler is picking up the pace. As they get ready to take lap 55, we will have 11 laps to go. It is still a race between both Ziegler and also Molly Miller. Miller is looking to win in this 1,650-yard freestyle. At the line, 32.30. That time she was 2/10 faster than Ziegler. Miller maybe saving some in the tank as she is pulling away. They'll take lap 57. It is still neck and neck. Hupp is trailing. Hupp actually has been faster than both these guys the last couple of laps. The issue is she is too far back with 9 laps to go. Take lap 58. We'll see it again at the line. Right now, Miller at the line, 32.52. Ziegler, 32.61. It looks like Miller is going to start extending the lead, and rightfully so. Miller takes lap 59. She'll come to take lap 60 when she touches the diving end of the pool, and when she does so, we'll have 6 laps to go. Miller right now, she is extending. She will take 6 laps to go indeed, 32.59. Ziegler right now at the line, 32.36, 2/10 faster, but the question is, does she have enough time? The differential is 4 full seconds. Lap 61, they're getting near the end, and Molly Miller looks well in charge. Miller wants to be a first-time individual champion. She wants to get it done for FDU, who has had a tough week. Miller's been one of the best swimmers, and she wants to get FDU a big victory here, and thus far they are cheering her on. Miller is pushing. By the way, at the line, the differential is 5 seconds now in advantage of Miller. Miller touches the end, takes lap 63. When she touches the end, it'll be 2 laps to go for Molly Miller. They get the bell ready. Molly Miller's lead is now 5 plus maybe 6 seconds. She works on lapping. 2 laps to go for Molly Miller. All Miller has to do is come to the end and be victorious. She ran a 32 flat that time. 32.76 for Ziegler. Molly Miller, she comes to take the final lap. Final lap for Molly Miller. Miller looking to win her first individual championship here in the 1650-yard freestyle at the total of 1 mile. And Molly Miller, in a solid pace, will win. Miller comes in first. Ziegler second. Hupp in third. Miller was a total of 14 seconds off the record pace. 17:44. Rather 17:42, make it 12 seconds. 70. Ziegler in second, as mentioned, Hupp in third. Ziegler 17:48.25, 17:55. Heath comes in fourth as they race on for fifth. At the line, it'll end up being Desposito. In sixth, Partridge. In seventh, will more than likely end up being Babarski. And coming in seventh, or eighth rather, will be Rebecca Brown. When they get, oh actually no, apologize, Brown rather, more than likely to come in seventh. And Babarski more than likely to finish eighth. Brown now will finish. And we will just wait on Babarski. But a big, big win for FDU and their sophomore, Molly Miller. She gets it over the Messiah freshman, Nancy Ziegler, who's had an excellent MAC swimming championships this week. Megan Hupp, the junior of Arcadia, comes in third. And next year, you would have to assume it's going to be an interesting championship battle between both Miller and Hupp. And again, your final times, Miller coming in first, second is Ziegler, third Hupp, fourth Heath, fifth Desposito, sixth will be Partridge, seventh Brown, and eighth Babarski. So now we get ready for your men's individual championship for the 1650. We'll have that lineup for you in just a moment. Okay, here is your men's official finalists as we have it listed now. You'll have Bondurant, a junior of Arcadia, in lane 1, preliminary time 10:24 flat. You'll have Mellison, a senior of Arcadia, in lane 2 with a preliminary time of 10:18.98. In lane 3, you'll have Eric Bang, a sophomore of FDU, looking to sweep this competition alongside her counterpart of the women's team, Molly Miller. Bang, the sophomore as mentioned, 10:12.50. T. Culver, the favorite to win this men's 1650 yard freestyle, will be in lane 4, the junior of Albright, 10 minutes, 5 seconds, and 3 hundredths. It'll be Souter, a senior of Kings, in lane 5, 10:06.15. He is neck and neck with Culver. Huntsberger, the sophomore of Albright, in lane 6, 10:14.04. Tyler Higgins, the sophomore of Kings, 10:23.23 in 7th. And Sam Smith, the senior of Widener, in lane 8, 10:28.93. So, we now head into the men's championship. So we get ready to start this 1,650 yard, or AKA the 1 mile freestyle. I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be the most interesting race you will see this entire weekend. The women's had about 3 swimmers that were competitive the entire time through. And I'm going to tell you here at the end, it could be anyone that will win it. And I'm sure you have about 3 or 4 swimmers here in this men's split that are all relatively even to each other. And I am interested to see, again, this is the longest race they will have here this entire night, and let alone their entire careers. The rest of the night, they'll have the 200-yard backstroke, the 100-yard freestyle, along with the 200-yard breaststroke. And the farthest race for the rest of the night will end up being a 400-yard freestyle relay. Nothing more than 400 yards after this. This is your longest night, obviously, with championship celebrations and a bunch more. But we are excited to see this one. I'll tell you, it's a jam-packed crowd here for Session 7 of Middle Atlantic Conference Swimming Championships here tonight. Everyone is here to see their team come out and support here on the final night of the swimming season for most, and look to clinch and seal a pretty solid season here in the MAC. They will get up on the board and we will get quiet. And we're underway here for the men's 1,650-yard championship here. And right now, Culver out to an early lead. Again, he's the favorite. You also have Souter, the senior at Kings, another favorite to win this as well. And it is neck and neck between all 8 swimmers as they come to complete lap 2. But right now, out in front is Culver. Culver will turn around. He will try to extend the lead. And once we get to about lap 5 and we have things separated out a little bit, we will give you the times between all these swimmers. It is about neck and neck for second between lanes 1 through 6. The only one farther ahead is the leader, and that is Culver. You have Mellison, Bang, Souter, and Huntsberger all neck and neck, along with Bondurant. No one is out of it right now, but the lead is being spread for T. Culver. Culver about a body and a half over second place, which is Souter, and Huntsberger barely trails him, and then it is still neck and neck for about fourth. They're all within a body and a half of each other. Taking second looks to be Huntsberger as they come through the middle portion of the pool. We will look at the times here finally as they take lap 6. At the stripe, it'll be a 28:38, or 28:28 rather, for Culver, and a 20, I believe it was 28:69 for the second place Huntsberger. Huntsberger, though, looks like he's lost it back. Souter back to second. As they come back around, Huntsberger back to second, but Culver still out in the lead by about a body's length over second. It is neck and neck for second place. Culver touches 29 flat, 29.08 for Huntsberger, 29.07 for Souter. They were about neck and neck, separated by 100th of a second for second place. But right now, it is Souter that has it. They will take lap 9 and they will work halfway to the 500-yard mark. Again, 1,650 yards here in this race. Culver will touch. He'll flip back around. It is still neck and neck. That time at the line, it looked to be Salfer, 29.36, 29.34 for Huntsberger, but he's still closing in 200ths of a second that time faster. Last lap was 100th of a second faster. But the fastest one in the pool right now is T. Culver as he works 11 laps in to this opening portion of the 1,650 yard. He is halfway to 500 yards. He'll still have to get the job done as he works to take lap 13. Again, 3 500-yarders, all within reason. Culver will flip around. It looks to be in second. Souter just over Huntsberger. Huntsberger looks like there's a little more separation. Perhaps Souter will be faster this time. Culver at the line. He has about a 2-second gap over second. 29.06 for Culver, 29.56 for Salfer, 29.58 that time for Huntsberger. So they've all been within 200ths of a second within those last 3 laps. Culver, though, as he takes lap 15, continuing to expand. He's a full 2 to 3 tenths faster than second. And thus far it's showing he has about 8 to 9 yard lead. That time Salfer at the line second. He's 3 tenths off, 23.60. It was a 23.3 for Culver and a 23.68 that time for Huntsberger. They are still neck and neck for second as they take lap 17. It is right now a 3-man's race, but in lanes 2 and 3, they're not necessarily out of it. Of Eric Bang and also Michael Mellison, the senior of Arcadia. Bang, the sophomore of FDU. The line 29.52, 29.53 for Salfer, and 29.72 for Huntsberger. So Salfer not that far out of the leader's pace. but he's got to stay consistent, which is the hardest part of it all. They come now to complete as they're halfway through the pool. Culver will lead them to the first 500 yards. Let's see if anything changes once they get through the next 500. Salford still in second, over Huntsberger in third. At time, Huntsberger was a tenth slower than Salford, but Salford was the fastest in the pool by 500ths. They take lap 21. It is still relatively a three-man race for the lead. No one spreading out more than another. Salford right now the fastest man in the pool, it seems, as Culver will touch and flip back around. Culver 29.72. Salford 29.96, and a 30.31 for Huntsberger. Huntsberger is falling and falling fast. At that time, Culver was the fastest in the pool. They will come around the other end and touch. They will flip back around to take lap 23, now working on lap 24. Culver pulling ahead, as he's done all race long. He looks to be even faster this lap at the stripe. 29.90 flat. 29.88 for Salford, so he's actually 200 faster than Culver. But that's still not going to get the job done if they continue to mix and match even this early on. As you saw in the last race, you're going to need to be 3 to 4 tenths faster every lap, especially when you get within those last 20 to make a difference. We'll go to the end again here. They will touch at the end of the pool, this time for Culver, 29.84. It'll be a 30.10 for Salford, and Culver is pulling away. Huntsberger was actually faster than Salford that time. Or Sauter, rather, that time. Culver, though, with the lead. And it's still expanding. Actually, Sauter looks like to be building some momentum here in this lap. He looks like he's just a tiny bit closer. 30.24 for Culver. Yep, 30.11 for Sauter. 30.17 for Huntsberger. So Sauter has picked up some momentum here, but can it stay that way? That is the question. Culver, again, he'll come across the middle portion of the pool and looks even more closer than the last time, but doesn't mean exactly as they race towards the end. Culver touches 30.18 for Sauter, 30.30, so that is not the case. 1/10 and 400ths faster. But Huntsberger actually that time was the fastest swimmer in the pool. Huntsberger at a 29.9, 2 tenths faster than everyone else. He's going to have to put up those consistent times to catch back up to the lead as they work towards lap 32. They will flip back around. They will take lap 33, 7 laps before they make the 1,000 yard mark, and then they will have one more 500 and another 150 yards left to go after that. I'll tell you right now, Culver is setting a pretty solid pace. Eric Bang as well, to mention, he's built some momentum. He's actually the fastest swimmer in the pool right now over these other two. That time, the leader, 30.31, 30.16 for Salford. But then we talked about lane 3, Eric Bang. Bang the last 3 laps, 30 O's. So he right now is the fastest in the pool, and if he can keep on building that momentum, there is a chance that he can come here as we are just over halfway and take the lead, but he's going to have to do a lot of making up. Bang again was the fastest. Culver will touch, 30.08 that time. For Sauter, 30.03, so Sauter for the 3rd lap in a row is faster, and then now you start to focus on lanes 4 and 5 even more, as you can clearly see as they take lap 37. This lead has gotten a lot closer. 30.88 for Bang. He's still far, far off the lead, but there is a chance for him to make up some momentum. He's going to have to do a lot of distance gaining at the line. That time 30.27 for Culver, 30.02 for Sauter. 2 tenths faster for lane number 5 out of Christian Christopher Sauter, rather. He's a senior of Kings. This is his final 1650 he'll ever participate in. The junior Culver, he's a junior of Albright, and he'll have one more year in the MAC Swimming Championships. And I'll tell you right now, the senior would love to pull it out. At the line, 30-32 for Culver, 30-22 for Sauter. This is coming to the wire. They will take lap 41. They had just completed the 1,000-yard mark, and the lead has gotten a bunch closer from the 500-yard mark. They will have 25 laps to go, and they will come across the middle portion of the pool. Huntsberger, by the way, he's still keeping a consistent pace, but he is well out of the lead. As of the moment, 30-17, Sauter 30-07. Sauter is gaining at least a tenth or two a lap, and it's starting to show. He is within a body's length, almost to the foot of Culver. But the question is, as they take lap 43, can he keep at that pace? He is pushing hard, but he is still in it, and he is flying away from where he was beginning. He is now within a foot's length of Culver. Culver at the line, 30-42. Sauter 29-54. Sauter gained a second and a half that lap. Culver is fading. They take lap 45, and Sauter is now to the thigh of Culver. These two were within a second of each other in preliminaries. Obviously not the full length of the 1650, 10:05. 53 compared to 10:06.15 at the line that time. Culver 30-60, 29-71 for the King Senior. He is gaining and gaining fast. Culver is going to have to pick up the pace if he wants to win. They are almost now head and head. As they take lap 47, they will flip around exactly the same time, and Sauter to the lead. Sauter just ahead of Culver. He is setting the pace. Culver is in trouble. Sauter to the lead indeed. He has a head's length, about a half a body. He will flip around and take lap 48 with the lead, and he's a full second faster again. Sauter, he would love to win this as a senior. He has loved this competition. He now takes lap 49 and is setting an incredible pace right now. He was behind for the first 40 laps, but now he owns the lead and he looks to take lap 50. We will have 16 laps to go, and Sauter has come all the way back to take the lead over Culver. Sauter again, a full 4/10 faster. Actually, I apologize, a full second and a tenth faster over Culver, and it's starting to show. Culver is just getting now. Meanwhile, Sauter is already flipped over its back. It's about a body and a half length. The distance is about 2 full seconds between the two swimmers. He'll touch Sauter, 29-69. It's a 30-80 for Culver, and the distance continuing to get farther and farther. Sauter is setting a 3-second lead as posted on the board. He will take lap 53, come back around. Culver right now sits very far back. It's about a length of 10 yards. And right now Sauter is pulling away. He'll take lap 54, flip back around. Culver just touched now. It's now a 5-second lead. 13-17 for Sauter. 13-21 actually, so it's 4 seconds rather for Culver. Sauter flips back around again. Culver just getting there. He's another second faster, it looks like, as the lead is expanded now to 15 yards. Sauter is pulling away. Huntsberger is within the lap, but he is also far back. Sauter at the line, 29-86. He has picked up the pace from the start when he was running 30-0s, 31-25 for Culver. The distance is now a full 6 seconds. This is interesting, to say the least. Sauter continuing to pull. He's working on lapping a couple of swimmers, but that's not going to matter at the end. He takes lap 58 as he continues to push. 8 laps to go, and he'll have 7 when he gets across. He's a full 9 seconds now out in front. Souter will touch again, takes lap 59. He'll flip back around. He'll get to the first hash mark in the pool. Culver just touched the end. It's now a half a pool's length of a lead for Souter. Souter pushing forward. He will take lap 66. Laps to go here for the senior. The senior has more than a pool's length now. It's a 3/4 of a pool lead. He was 2 seconds faster that lap. He continues to not fade. He's running 29s like it's nothing. Culver running 31s. Culver, though, nowhere near falling to third. They'll take lap 63, and it'll be 3 laps to go. And it'll take 2, or actually rather 3 laps to go. When they touch now, is it going to be lap 63 for Souter? Same thing now for Culver. It's still 3/4 of a pool's length of a lead. Souter touches, and here we go. When he gets to the stripe, it'll be 2 laps to go for Souter. He is well ahead of Culver. Souter, the bell will wave. He will touch 2 laps to go. 30-10 for Souter. Culver well behind. The distance has intensified. Culver at the line. It's a 31-25. The total distance overall is well over 10 seconds. Souter, the senior, the Kings fans are going crazy. They are all on the side of the pool. They want the senior to bring it home, and he just will. Souter wins it. T. Culver, the favorite to win, will come in second as he touches 16:16:09, 6 seconds off the record. It's enough to make the NCAA D3B cut, though. 16:32, 24 for Culver. That's a full 16 seconds for Souter on the victory. Huntsberger comes in third, 16:38:09. Bang in fourth, 16:43:75. It'll be Mellison in fifth, 16:47:09. And they wait for the rest of the lineup, 6th through 8th. Higgins, Smith, and Bondurant still left to finish. We'll see what it is at the stripe. Smith finishes in 6th. We'll wait for his time. It's official now, 17:12:39. Bondurant finishes. He'll come in 7th. Higgins will come in 8th. 17:18:04. Higgins actually just ran the fastest time there in the final laps, 29:91, 17:22:67. And that, again, is a very solid time. Good enough to make the NCAA D3B cut on the time there for Christopher Souter. You hear cheers. I believe they said Mackie Woods made it into the top 8 with his performance earlier today. We'll get the final results for that event in a little while, obviously. Souter and Culver with the victory. We'll have an award ceremony here. Out of 2 record-setting performances. I'm going to let you tune in for this award ceremony here in the final day of the MAC Swimming Championships.
Results of the women's 400-yard relay. 11th place, Sarah Dickinson. 10th place, Griffith Valley College. 9th place, Wilkes University. Our 8th place team was from Hood College. The team of Ann Coleman, Kate Sanborn, Danielle Paul, and Brianna and Solomon. 8th place to the Lakers. 7th place, Alba College.
Obviously a loud crowd here this evening. They're celebrating the relay, for the record, anyone wondering, they're celebrating the relay results for last night. That was last night's main event. So as they get ready now to do the men's awards, I want to give you the official finishing results for the women's 1653. Well, actually, you know what? They haven't updated that yet, but they have updated the men's. So we'll give that to you while we can. Christopher Souter is the winner, the senior of Kings, with a final time of 15:47. And second will be T. Culver with a final time of 15:57.15. Max Rydell will finish in third, the senior of Hood, 16 flat and 7/10 and 1 second. Harry Huntsberger will finish in third, the sophomore of Albright, 16:07.28. Eric Bang will finish fifth officially, 16:15.35. Brendan Mackey Wood, the senior of Albright, who swam earlier today, will finish at sixth, 16:16.68. Michael Mellison, the senior of Arcadia, will finish seventh overall, 16:16.59. Mason Kennedy will finish eighth, the freshman Messiah, 16:35.43. Brendan Vogt ninth with a 16:37.61. Sam Smith 10th, 16:41.67. Zach Bondurant, 16:47.51 in 11th. Tyler Higgins will finish in 12th, 16:52.76. Connor Hassard will finish in 13th, the senior of Albright, 16:51.99. Nick DiBenedetto will finish at 14th, the senior of FDU, 17 minutes and 4/10, 7/100 of a second. Nicholas Cancino, the junior of Albright, 17 minutes and 7/10, 9/100 of a second. And that would be the 15th, so 16th, and the last one earning a point, Justin Alloway, the freshman of Arcadia, 17 minutes, 22 seconds, 1/10 and 5/100 of a second.
And this year's champions setting a new conference and championship record.
They cover the results of the men's 400 medley relay. We'll give you team results for that, by the way. Lebanon Valley came in 11th, FDU came in 10th, Messiah 9th, Lycoming 8th, Hood came in 7th, Wilkes in 6th, Kings in 5th, Mezzacordia 4th, Arcadia 3rd, Widener in 2nd. And with the team of Joseph Giuliano, Tyler Chamberlain, Bryce Schaefer, and Christopher Late, Albright took home the men's 400-yard medley relay last night. Their final time was 3:25.36, which I believe did indeed set a record in both men's and women's. So when we find out the women's 1653 final results, we will get that over to you. But next will be the women's 200 back finals. We'll have 2 overall sections for them. It'll be Kate Duffy, a freshman at Kings in lane 1. Kenzie Meyer, a sophomore of Arcadia in lane 2. Molly Elspeth, a sophomore of Messiah in lane 3. Emma Reistel, a freshman of Widener in lane 4. It'll be Peterson, a sophomore at Kings in lane 5. Molly Hager, a senior of Messiah in lane 6. Carter, a freshman of Albright in lane 7. And Anna Coleman, a freshman of Hood in lane 8. So we'll have that ready for you in just a moment. Again, you're watching the Middle Atlantic Championship swimming here, or the Middle Atlantic Conference Championships here for men's and women's swimming. Right now, Messiah looking to make it 6 years in a row in the women, while Albright is looking to make it 8 of the last 9 years. The only team that has beaten them in men's swimming in the past couple of years has been Widener. Widener sits in second in both men's and women's as of the moment. So they get ready for the 200-yard backstroke here. I gave you the lineups. No one in this race is higher than a sophomore, with the exception of one experienced swimmer, and that is Holly Hager, the senior of Messiah. Her preliminary was a 2:17.53. Emma Reistel this morning at the fastest preliminary of this group, 2:13.87. She missed out by 0.4 of a second over Molly Martin, the senior of Messiah, this morning. So they will drop down and get set. And we are underway here for the women's 200-yard backstroke. They will come through the first 25, but it is an early lead right now for Reistel. Reistel setting a pretty solid time overall this morning. She just missed the top heat, but would love to come away with a victory here. She's looking pretty solid. Thus far, doing a pretty good job as they complete the first 50 or so. But right now, it is Reistel out in the lead. In second, well, it actually looks to be a tight battle for second between lanes 5, 6, and also 3. It will come again down the other end of the pool, but Reistel still barely holds it. She holds it over Peterson and a bunch of others, but it's going to be interesting down to the end, and you got to wonder who will win it. They continue to battle. Reistel still out in front, just barely over Peterson. Reistel in lane 4, in third place right now in lane 3 is Elspeth. These are all the 3 fastest preliminary times this morning. And again, it is anyone's race essentially. You gotta wonder who will have it here coming to the end. Right now, Reistel continuing to show the way. She'll have 50 yards to go here in this Heat 1. Right now, Reistel, though, she's getting challenged by Peterson. Elspeth as well right there. It's going to be anyone's as they come down to the final 25 yards. Reistel just out in front. It is going to be neck and neck to the finish. Elspeth is far back, but Peterson is right there at the line. It is going to be Reistel with the victory. It'll be Peterson in second, Elspeth third, fourth will be Hager. Looks to be fifth Meyer. Actually, oh indeed, fifth Meyer. Sixth will be Duffy, seventh Coleman, eighth McCarter. You have the final results right there. So now, while we have a chance, let's give you the main tonight for the women's 200-yard backstroke. In Heat 2 of the A final, which was projected to start around 6:36, it's 6:56 right now, but that doesn't matter. let's give you the women's 200-yard backstroke lineup. We have Carlson, a freshman of Misericordia, with a preliminary time of 2:12:30. She will start in lane 1. In lane 2 will be Mackenzie Zeller, a sophomore of Lycoming, with a time of 2:09:24. You'll have Melanie Malam, a junior of Stevenson, 2:08:11. You'll have the defending champion of this event last year, Hollenbeck, in lane 4, the sophomore of Messiah, 2:05:90. She's your fastest qualifier. Kobe Stein, the senior of Stevenson, in lane 5, 2:07:80. You'll have Milan, by the way, who's the 2017 champion, in lane 3 next to Hollenbeck. Elizabeth Savage, the freshman of Kings, in lane 6, 2:08:24. Lena Ritchie, the freshman of Albright, 2:18:11. She's in lane 7. And Molly Martin, the senior of Messiah, will be in lane 8 for your main event of the 200-yard back. Again, this can be anyone's race here. These are all very even times here in the top, and they only have 200 yards to do it. It's also notable that earlier this morning, I believe it was Mackenzie Zeller that looked to have a little bit of discomfort after her heat, after coming in second. Zeller will line up in lane 2, so it's good to see that she is okay after a potential injury. But we're good and glad to see Zeller is back in the pool. The sophomore of line coming 2:09:24. She was second in her split. As they talk, the freshman Savage, they mentioned, third final here in this event this weekend, is the freshman. By the way, only one senior, similar to the last time when we talked about. Only one senior, and that one, actually rather two seniors, here in this A final. You'll have Kobe Stein alongside Molly Martin of Messiah, and Stein, a senior of Stevenson. You have three freshmen, Carlson, Savage, and Ritchie. Two sophomores, Hollenbeck, the defending champion, and Zeller, and Malam, the lone junior here in this event. So they'll let the referee take it away, and we'll get quiet here. Drop down in the pool. Get up. And we are underway here for the women's 200-yard backstroke final. The A final, of course, and it is neck and neck for the lead for the first 25 yards. Right now, it looks like Hollenbeck is just out in the lead, but there's no clear victor as of the moment, as it is still neck and neck. Right now, as they come across the midpoint, it looks like Kobe Stein just has it out in front, but it is about a 4 to 5 swimmers race. At the line, Hollenbeck for the moment, but we will see as they continue to battle. Now it's lane 3. Melanie Milan, we talked about her. She would love to win this. She's the 2017 champion and is the junior of Stevenson. She would love to take this away, but if they battle back, Milan trails and the lead goes back to Hollenbeck. 100 yards to go. Hollenbeck with the lead. They will flip back around and they will try to get here to the end, but Hollenbeck has the moment with the lead. Milan right there. Let's see how it'll come down. They complete another 25 yards. Hollenbeck just hanging out in front. Hollenbeck still going. See where Milan pops up. She looks to be a little bit farther back. But now Hollenbeck is a new challenger, and it's in lane 5 of Kobe Stein, the senior of Stevenson. Now takes over second place. 50 yards to go, and we will decide a winner. They continue to push through. Hollenbeck in the lead. She's looking to make this the second time she's won this event. But does she have enough in the tank to hold off Stein and Milan? She'll flip back around, and Hollenbach looks to be having a commanding lead. Stein in second. She's trying to close it down. It's going to come down. Stein is racing, but Hollenbach will win. Stein second. It'll be a close race for third. Milan comes in fourth. I believe they're going to say Savage comes in third. Fifth will be Zeller. Sixth will be Ritchie. Seventh, Martin. And eighth, Carlson. So that is your official finishing results for the women's 200-yard backstroke. We will now head to the men's. Here is your B final lineup. In lane 1, it'll be Setchler Stone, a freshman of Wilkes. In lane 2, it'll be Joe Pettish, a freshman of Arcadia. In lane 3, it'll be Cancino, a junior of Albright. Joseph Giuliano, a freshman of Albright. In lane 4, Tyler Sansone, a freshman of Albright. In lane 5, DJ Whelan, a sophomore of Mezzocorti. In lane 6, Jack Cashin, a freshman of Arcadia. In lane 7, and the lone senior, and only one higher than a sophomore, actually apologize. We do have one junior at Cancino, but a senior, Bill Rogers of Arcadia, in lane 8. And we're underway. It's a young, very solid team. And it's interesting to see as it'll come to 200 yards. All of these teams, Albright looking to clinch their 8th championship in 9 years. Cancino, Giuliano, and Sans all in lanes 3 through 5 here in this preliminary. Arcadia as well has 3 swimmers. They're in lanes 2, 7, and 8. Mezzocorti has one in lane 6 out of Wheeling. And Setchler Stone, the lone swimmer of Wilkes, in lane 1. But right now as they work through yard 75, it is Giuliano who is out to a lead. Giuliano missed being in the A final by a second. Don't let that faze him. He is trying to come out victorious here. He continues to push forward, and he completes the 100 yards. 100 yards to go. But the lead is still in the hands of Giuliano. Giuliano would love to give at least 9 points over to Albright, and the same thing for the other freshmen, Sansone and Cancino. They want to clinch for Albright, and Albright's doing what they can. They're still battling as a team for positions 1 through 3, but at the stripe, they'll flip back around for 50 more yards, and Giuliano is the leader. Giuliano in first. In second is Cancino. In third, just barely, is Sansone, but it's going to come down to the end. Giuliano flips around for the final time, 25 yards to go to become the B final winner. Giuliano, he's pushing. He will come all the way to the 5-yard line and win it. Looks like lane 8 will come in second. It'll be Ridge, or rather Bill Rogers, the senior of Arcadia, as they finish out through the rest. Rogers came all the way from 5th to get to second. And here's your official finishing lineup. Carlson will come in third. 4th will be Sansone. 5th, Wheeland. 6th will be Setchler Stone. Cashin in 7th, and Pettish in 8th. Giuliano, the only one to break the 2-minute mark, 1:59.35. That was faster than his qualification time by a full 2 seconds. So now your A final championships here for the men's 200-yard backstroke. We have a couple winners here on the week, and we'll look at this. Sean Riddle, a senior of Albright, in lane 1, 1:59.72 in qualification. In lane 2, he's won the other day, or rather last night, a sophomore of Albright with a preliminary time of 1:57.73, Bryce Schaefer. In lane 3, a junior of Widener with a 1:57.34 preliminary time. It'll be Masciandero, who is trying to win in his junior year. In lane 4, he is your fastest qualifier and looking to dominate this competition. He's in his final MAC Swimming Championship tournament, and he is looking to give more points for Lycoming with a preliminary time of 1:53.98, Colin Jordan. In lane 5, a freshman of Messiah with a preliminary time of 1:56.77, Tyler Wilkinson. Wilkinson, also to mention, a freshman, his first time in the men's 200-yard backstroke. In lane 6, a senior of Messiah with a preliminary time of 1:57.66, Curtis Patil. In lane 7, a freshman of Lycoming with a preliminary time of 1:57.98. It'll be the freshman, Jake Booth. And in lane 8, the sophomore of Messiah College, a preliminary time of 2 minutes, 2 tenths and 8 hundredths of a second. It'll be the Messiah sophomore, Rage Hager. So Colin Jordan looks to win here tonight. Jordan came short yesterday, but he would love to win this. Jordan, as mentioned, he's won the 100 back. He would love to win the 200 back. Jordan came shy of the 100 back last night. It's going to be interesting how this will all break apart and come down. You would have to assume the favorite to win this one will be Colin Jordan, but you never ever know with Bryce Schaefer. Schaefer in lane 2. At the same time, Tyler Wilkinson, he is fast as heck. And I'm going to tell you something. I would not be surprised if he can also get it done as well. It is also notable there will be a brand new winner in this event. So they will crown a one-time champion in this event. But it's also notable that if the senior Colin Jordan does win this, or Curtis Patil, there would obviously be no defending champion going into next year. The other senior as well, Sean Riddle, in lane 1. As they are still going through the lineups. It's been a pretty long introduction, but they are ready to get this race underway. Colin Jordan, 3 seconds faster than Wilkinson this morning. Jordan, he was in Heat 4. Wilkinson found himself in Heat 2. Heat 4 again for Jordan. Schaefer was also in lane 5 of Heat 4. They will get set. And we are underway. Here for the main event of the men's 200-yard backstroke. Colin Jordan just slightly out in front, but the question is, can he stay in that direction? Jordan will flip around, just barely still out in the lead, but he's being challenged by lane 6, and that is DJ Wheeland, or rather, I apologize, Curtis Patil. They complete the first 50 yards. Now Jordan out in front and pulling away. Jordan again was a full 3 seconds faster than everyone else in this race this morning. And he is looking good. Jordan still pulling away. Patil in second. But Jordan with a body and a half lead will touch again, and he'll have 100 yards to go. Jordan continuing to show the way. The record of this event, if you may ask, 1:48.29 back in 2014 by Ralph Palazzo. He also broke the MAC record 146.62. Colin Jordan 153.98. That's far off, but Jordan well out in front. Jordan will have 50 yards to go. Jordan is looking strong. Patil, as mentioned, in second. It is still neck and neck for third between 3 or 4 swimmers. Jordan, though, with the lead. He will touch 25 yards left. Can Colin Jordan get the job done? He will come through. He is still neck and neck for the lead. Patil is pushing. Oh, it's going to come to the end. Patil and Jordan. Who is going to win? Jordan with the victory over Patil. Or actually, I apologize, over Schaefer, not Patil. Had the lanes mixed up there. Schaefer comes in second. Patil actually came in 8th. Their final times, Jordan of Lycoming, 1:52.44. Schaefer in second, 1:52.98. That's a 5/10 victory. Wilkinson in third, 1:55.92. Escondero in fourth, 1:57.50. Booth in fifth, 1:57.99. Hager in sixth, 1:58.01. Riddle in seventh, 1:58.28. And Patil in eighth, 1:58.34. So they will now present the awards for the 1650 freestyle, first for the women's. Colin Jordan getting the job done in the 200 back, his first time winning that championship as a senior. Very good at the backstroke. He came short yesterday in the 100 backstroke, but today he beats a very, very fast Schaefer for the victory. So we wait for the results. And now we have them for the women's 1650. In 16th will be Maddie Wandle, a freshman of Albright. Tori Freeling, the freshman of Widener, in position 15. Annalise Christie, the junior of Arcadia, in position 14. The junior Misericordia, Veronica Bennett, will finish 13th. Sarah Wilf will finish 12th with a time of 18:40.70. He's the junior of Lebanon Valley. Bailey Bavarski will finish in 11th, the junior of Arcadia, with a time of 18:37.90. Caroline Patterson, the junior of Arcadia, will finish with a time of 18:25.16. That's good enough for 10th. Finishing 9th will be Rebecca Brown with a time of 18:18.53. Again, she's a junior of Arcadia. Now the top 8. Kaylee Allen, the senior of Arcadia, will finish with an 18:16.42. The freshman of Kings, Hannah Redding, will finish with a time of 18:09.38. That's 7th. Eva Partridge will finish in 6th with a time of 17:46.20. The senior of Widener coming in 6th. Alyssa Desposito, the senior of Arcadia, will come in 5th, 17:44.76. Brody Heath will come in 4th, the senior of Messiah, 17:36.77. Megan Hupp, who was the two-time champion this event, will come in 3rd, the junior of Arcadia, 17:23.20. Nancy Ziegler, the freshman of Messiah, comes in 2nd, 17:16.93. And the winner for the first time ever, Molly Miller, 17:11.69 here in this 1650-yard freestyle. She survived the mile and ended up holding off Nancy Ziegler, the freshman. And now your men's 1650 free finishing results. Again, we gave them to you earlier, but we will do it again for you. Alloway will finish 16th, finishing time of 17:22.15. Cancino will finish in 15th, 17:79. De Benedetto will finish in 14th, 17:47. Hazard in 13th. He will finish with a time of 16:51.99. Tyler Higgins in 12th. The sophomore Kings, 16:52.76. Finishing in 11th will be Zach Bondurant, the junior of Arcadia, 16:47.51. Sam Smith will finish in 10th, the senior of Widener, 16:41.67. Brandon Vogt, the sophomore of Lycoming, 16:37.61. Rounding out the field in the A final, Mason Kennedy, the freshman of Messiah, 16:35.43. Michael Mellison, the senior of Arcadia, 16:16.59. Brendan Mackey-Wood, who swam earlier in the day, 16:16.68. He'll finish 6th. Eric Bang will finish 5th of FDU, the sophomore, 16:15.35. Harry Huntsberger, the sophomore of Albright, 16:07.28. Max Rydell, who swam earlier, the senior of Hood, 16 flat and 7/10, 1/100th of a second. That's good enough for 3rd. D. Culver, who came short, the junior of Albright, 15:57.15. And the winner, Christopher Souter, the senior of Kings, getting it done in his final year, 15:47.12. A wonderful run for the senior. So if you wonder what is next, we will have the women's 100-yard freestyle. We'll have 2 finals for that. Let's go over the lineup for that for you. In lane 1, you'll have a freshman of Misericordia. It'll be Bernauer. In lane 2, with a preliminary time of 56:44, it'll be Rachel Bruns, the freshman of Messiah. In lane 3, you'll have the senior of Hood with a preliminary time of 55:83. It'll be Hans Solomon. In lane 4, the fastest here of this B final, with a time of 55:65, it'll be Mary Nikolsky. In lane 5, it'll be the junior of Misericordia. By the way, Nikolsky, also a freshman of Misericordia, with a time of 55:74. She was the second fastest qualifier of the B final. It'll be Sierra Shirtler. In lane 6, the senior of Widener, 55:86. Fourth fastest qualifier of the B final. It'll be Lauren Griffith. In lane 7, the freshman of Kings, 56:52. It'll be Claire Coe, again the freshman of Kings. And rounding out your lineup, it'll be Haley Giannotti, the freshman of Misericordia. Her time, 56:92. That was the slowest. By the way, if anyone's wondering how Nikolsky missed, Nikolsky, 55:65, 55:54 was the slowest time of the A final. And if you wonder who the women's 100-yard freestyle defending winner is, it's Sassy Cotton, or actually, rather, Sassy Cotton, the favorite to win, 53, 2-time 100 fly. She'll be in lane 4 of heat 2 when we get to that. The referees will get ready. 100 yards to decide the B final. And we're underway. Nikolsky out to an early lead. Again, she had a 55:65, was the freshman. She looks commanding, and Hans Solomon, the senior of Hood, right next to her. They're looking to complete the first 50 yards with the 40, and all 8 swimmers neck and neck. It looks like Nikolsky has fallen farther back, and it is Hans Solomon in the lead, followed by, I believe, Shirtler, Griffith, and Hans Solomon all neck and neck. Hans Solomon now falling back. This is going to be interesting as it comes down to the final 25 yards. It is anyone's race. Anyone can win it at the end. Oh, this is as close as it's going to get. They come to the middle portion of the pool. There is no decided leader. Who will it be at the end? Oh, this is going to be close. It may and will be Nikolsky. Nikolsky, as we get the final times, 55-55, she beat her preliminary by a 10th. Hand Solomon in second, 55-86. Shirtler third, 56 flat. And fourth will be Bruns of 56-18. Griffith of Widener, 56-30. Bernauer sixth, 56-33. Coe in seventh, 56-34. And Giannani in eighth of Mezzocordia, 56-68. So now, your women's 100-yard freestyle finalists. In lane 1, a junior of Albright with a preliminary time of 55:43. It'll be Murphy. In lane 2, a sophomore of Arcadia with a preliminary time of 55:23. It'll be Madison McKay. In lane 3, it'll be a freshman of Messiah with a preliminary time of 54:70. Emily Decker. In lane 4, the senior of Messiah in her final ever women's 100-yard freestyle. The fastest time overall, preliminary time of 52:85. Sassy Cotton. In lane 5, the senior of Widener, 54:30 preliminary time. It'll be Kaylee Augustine. In lane 6, a senior of Messiah, 55:23. It'll be Brittany Pond. In lane 7, a sophomore of Lycoming, preliminary time 55:32. It'll be Kara Zortman. And rounding out the lineup, a senior of Albright with a preliminary time of 55:54. It'll be Hannah Schruck. As they go through the lineup, introducing Sassy Cotton here in a moment. As Cotton gets a loud ovation. Remember, they honored the seniors here today before the event started. Augustine, the senior of Widener, now getting her recognition. Again, the senior getting a loud ovation. Pond, another senior who was about to get introduced. She finished 5th in this event last year. Pond, another one, loud standing ovation. Sortman, who's in her 3rd final, will be in lane 7 as mentioned. Now we'll do Schrock, the senior of Albright, who will get a very, very loud ovation. So here we go for the finals. Women's 100-yard freestyle. So get set. And we're underway. Sassy Cotton was a 50 free champion, a 2-time 100 fly champion. She would love to win this today. She set a preliminary time of 52:85, but she's going to be challenged all the way through as they head through the early yard, but Cotton just with the head barely in the lead. Is the senior of Messiah. She has her teammate Emily Decker, a freshman, in lane 3, but will try to challenge her. Decker just barely out of second. Cotton, though, in the lead and is pulling away. Decker looks like she has taken over second as we come to 25 yards to go here in the 100-yard freestyle. Cotton looking to get it done. She has the lead. In second right now is Augustine. Cotton will come to it all with the victory. Augustine in second, but Sassy Cotton gets it done in the women's 100-yard freestyle. A heck of a way to go out for the senior. The senior 52-41. Augustine 53-72 in second. In third will be Decker 54-29. In fourth, Pond 54-64. Fifth, Murphy 54-67. In sixth, Zortman 54-88. Seventh will be McKay 55-31. And Schruck 55-55 in eighth. So now we head to the Constellation Finals of the men's, event 30. Let's give you that lineup while we have the chance. Nick Martino, a sophomore of Wilkes in lane 1. Joey Antelock, a freshman of Wilkes in lane 2. Chris Dionius, a junior of Kings in lane 3. Dan Weeks, a senior of Kings in lane 4. Timmy Dando, a sophomore of Widener in lane 5. Hunter Page, a junior of Albright in lane 6. AJ Cawley, a senior of Arcadia in lane 7. And Kafagi, a freshman of Wilkes in lane 8. And we're underway for the consolation of the men's 100-yard freestyle. As they touch the first 25 yards, you gotta wonder, who will it be to the end? Similar to every time today, but right now Weeks is out in front, just barely over Timmy Dando. They will come through again. Weeks still out in front in lane 4. Everyone else is neck and neck. It's going to be coming down to the final 25 yards. Weeks out in front. Can he get it done? He has the lead, but he's being run down by Timmy Dando. Dando looks to be out in front. It's going to come down to the end. Dando with the victory of Widener. Weeks in second. Coming in third. We'll have to find out. Looks like it's going to be Antelock. Fourth, Page. Fifth, Dione. Sixth, Cawley. Seventh, Martino. And actually Kafagi tying for seventh. But Dando, 1/10 and 0.04 of a second over Weeks at the end. It looked like Weeks had it done, but Dando ran him down. Sophomore Widener getting a huge preliminary win over the senior of Kings. Actually, rather not preliminary, rather the consolation. So now we head to the A final. In lane 1, a sophomore with a preliminary time of 48:18. Of Messiah College, it'll be Daniel Logan. In lane 2, a senior of Kings with a preliminary time of 47:55. In lane 2, Bryce Grosshart. In lane 3, a junior of Misericordia with a preliminary time of 47:44. It'll be Aiden Bergen. In lane 4, the fastest time overall. He won yesterday and he would love to win again. A junior of Widener, 47:03, Martin Bowden. In lane 5, a sophomore of Wilkes. A preliminary time of 47:36. In lane 5, Jared Bird. In lane 6, looking for his 10th overall individual championship. He's won everything, it seems, but the 100-yard freestyle, the senior of Widener, with a preliminary time of 47:48. He's never finished lower than second individually in his career. Aaron Green. In lane 7, a sophomore of Albright, with a preliminary time of 47:96. Christopher Late. And overall, finishing the final 8, a junior of Arcadia, preliminary time of 48:38, Tristan Hyatt. So we'll let you listen in to the rest of the introductions. We'll get ready for the 100-yard freestyle final. So they introduce Byrne. This is Green's fourth 100-yard free final. He's never finished lower than second. Now they introduce Christopher Late. And now they introduce Hyatt, who rounds out the lineup. So here we go. The men's 100-yard freestyle. The A final, and we are underway. Bowden, Byrne, Green, all neck and neck. Green out to the lead as he takes the first 25. He will down and he will chase the first 50, but Aaron Green, looking for number 10, is out in the lead. Aaron Green pulling away. He's done everything but win this event. He wants to win this individually and earn double digits in the books. He has to hold on as he will have 25 yards to go. Aaron Green, the senior, is looking to shut them all out of Widener. Green is pulling away. Green is going to get it done. Aaron Green. .45 .45.05. That's good enough to get him in the NCAA D3 cuts. Coming in second is Bona, 46.63. Third is Bergen, 47.08. Fourth is Hyatt, 47.67. Grosshart, 47.73. In sixth will be Late, 47.80. Burns, seventh, 48.09. And Logan, 48.26. And what a finish. 10 individual championships for Aaron Green, where he will end his career in double digits. It is miraculous, but Aaron Green has gotten it done yet again. So now they will introduce for more awards for the 200-yard backstroke, which was the last event. Colin Jordan winning the men's, Colin Beck winning the women's. But we have your final results for that as expected. So for the women's 200-yard back finals, here is your official finishing results. Finishing in 16th, it'll be Regina McCarter with a time of 2:22.64. She's a freshman of Albright. Finishing in 15th, the freshman of Kings with a final time of 2:20.81. It'll be Kate Duffy. Finishing in 14th, the freshman of Hood with a time of 2:20.35, and Coleman. Finishing in 13th, the sophomore of Arcadia, it'll be Kenzie Meyer. Finishing in 12th, it'll be the senior Messiah with a time of 2:17.47, Ollie Hager. Finishing in 11th, it'll be the sophomore of Messiah with a time of 2:14.85, Molly Elspeth. Finishing in 10th, the sophomore Kings with a time of 2:13.21, Noelle Peterson. Rounding out the B final, finishing in first and 9th overall, a freshman, a Widener with a time of 2:12.07, Emma Reistel. Now your top 8 as they honor him out there. Finishing in 8th of the A final with a time of 2:14.35, Andrea Carlson. She's a freshman of Misericordia. Finishing in 7th, the senior of Messiah with a time of 2:13.60, Molly Martin. Finishing in 6th would be the freshman of Albright with a time of 2:12.12, Elena Ritchie. Finishing in 5th, the sophomore of Lycoming with a time of 2:10.09 would have been McKenna Zeller. Finishing in 4th, the junior Stevenson with a time of 2:07.01, Melanie Malam. Finishing in 3rd, officially, is the freshman of Kings with a time of 2:06.38, Elizabeth Savage. Finishing in 2nd, the senior of Stevenson with a time of 2:04.97, Kobe Stein. And winning the women's 200-yard backstroke officially will be the sophomore of Messiah with a time of 2:04.22, Kaylee Hollenbeck. So now your men's 200 back finals. Here are the results. In 16th, Joe Pettish. In 15th, Jack Cashin. In 14th, Tim Setchler-Stone. In 13th, DJ Wheeland. In 12th, Tyler Sansone. In 11th, Nicholas Cancino. In 10th, finishing 2nd in the B final, Bill Rogers. And winning the B final, the freshman of Albright, Joseph Giuliano. Now your final 8 and their times. The finishing order of the A final. Finishing in 8th with a time of 1:58.94, the senior of Messiah, Curtis Platil. Finishing in 7th, the senior of Albright, 1:58.28, Sean Riddle. Finishing in 6th of the A final, the sophomore of Messiah with a time of 1:58.01, Ridge Haggard. Finishing in 5th, the freshman of Lycoming with a time of 1:57.99, Jake Booth. Finishing in 4th, the junior of Widener with a time of 1:57.52, Nick Mascandero. Finishing in 3rd, the freshman of Messiah with a time of 1:55.92, Tyler Wilkinson. Finishing in 2nd with a time of 1:52.98, 5/10 off the winner, a sophomore of Albright, Bryce Schaefer. And the winner of the A final, the senior of Lycoming, with a time of 1:52.44, Colin Jordan. So Jordan wins the 200-yard back, similar to what he did with the 100. And we now head to the women's 200-yard breast finals. We'll wait in just a moment. All right. So now we will have the women's 200-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, you have Devin Kaiser. In lane 2, you have Michaela Wright. In lane 3, you have Kate Sanborn. In lane 4, Sammy Grogan. In lane 5, Courtney Bestock. In lane 6, you have Alderman. In lane 7, you have Emily Bove. And in lane 8, you have Julie Hyatt. In the pool, you have 2 Lycoming swimmers, both Kaiser and Wright. You'll have 1 Hood swimmer out of Sanborn, 1 Widener swimmer out of Grogan, 1 Lebanon swimmer out of Betsock, 1 Arcadia swimmer out of Alderman, 1 King swimmer out of Bove, and 1 Albright swimmer out of Hyatt. We're underway for the 200-yard breaststroke. I'll tell you, the heats were incredible this morning, but you gotta wonder how it'll come down to the end. Overall, in the final. Because again, the first 100 yards, they look to be neck and neck. We've seen a bunch of come from behinds. But you can only be left to wonder how the race always comes out towards the back side. Right now the lead pulled apart for Grogan. Betstock sits in second. Grogan pulling away. She also has Sanborn, who is barely in third, looking for second, as well as lane 6. Now taking second is Alderman. It is as neck and neck as this race can get. They will go back and complete another lap, but the momentum is being built. And right now, Grogan is in trouble as the lead is coming down. In lane 8, Julie Hyatt, the sophomore of Albright, is making some momentum. All these girls are within 4 seconds of each other in preliminary times this morning. And right now, they are all setting pretty solid times. As continuing to pull away is Grogan, but she is still pressured from behind. Grogan will come across the middle portion of the pool, and she continues with the lead. Right now, it looks like in second is Hyatt. Grogan will touch 50 yards to go. Hyatt indeed just outside of second, as now in second looks to be Alderman. But again, it'll come down to the end, and it can be anyone's race. You just gotta figure who will build the momentum and when will it happen. We'll see where she comes up. We still haven't seen her come up yet. She's pulling away in lane 4, and now she comes across the middle, and Grogan looks to be the clear victor. No one is near Grogan at all. Grogan comes away victorious. We have 2 or 3 swimmers around. Well, that's going to be tight for second. And they're still waiting. I believe Alderman will be listed as second. So we still wait for the finishing results, and now we have them. Grogan first, 2:32.40. Alderman second, 2:36.33. Hyatt in third, 2:36.63. And fourth, Sanborn, 2:37.26. Wright in fifth, 2:38.09. Sixth is Betstock, 2:38.37. Seventh is Bove, 2:42.56. And Kaiser, 2:42.79 in eighth. So we head to the main event for the women's 200-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, she's a senior of Lycoming with a preliminary time of 2:32.7. She made it in by over 3 seconds. She was the slowest of all swimmers in the A final. However, she looks to upset Kirsten Seaweed, Emily Kramer. In lane 2, a junior of Messiah with a time of 2:31.11. She is trying to knock off Seaweed as well. She swam against her pretty competitively this morning. Allie Sell. In lane 3, a senior of Arcadia with a time of 2:29.25. Taylor Byers. In lane 4, Junior Kings. She is the top seed here in the A final with a time of 2:26.86. No one within a range of her. Kirsten Seaweed. In lane 5, she was the second fastest qualifier. She is a junior from Misericordia. She has swam great this week and is looking for the win in the 200-yard breaststroke. Grace Nikolsky. In lane 6, a senior of Stevenson, with a time of 2:29.31, Jules Burnett. In lane 7, a freshman of Misericordia, time of 2:32.57, Cassidy Prestay. And rounding out the field in lane 8, she is a sophomore of Hood with a preliminary time of 2:34.11. My apologies, she's actually the slowest time of the 8. A sophomore Hood, Danielle Pong. So as they go through the rest of the introductions. This is the second final for the freshman press day. Also want to mention our pressed. Pong also going to make a statement. She came fourth in the 100-yard breast. So the referee will take it away. She will have them, or they will have them, jump onto the board. Now they will observe. We'll get set. And we're underway for the women's 200-yard breaststroke championship here in the MAC Swimming Championships. It is neck and neck for the lead as they come through the first 25 yards. There is not a decide leader. Four swimmers just touched legitimately within 0.05 of a second of each other as they come around to take the first 50 yards. It looks like right now it is neck and neck between both Seeley and Nikolsky. They're the two favorites to come out and perform. Nikolsky would love to take a victory here over Seeley, but you gotta wonder how it will happen. Again, when you look back here in this women's 200-yard breaststroke, Nikolsky, the two-time champion in this event, and right now she is out to the lead. Nikolsky looking strong. She is now out in front and in command, trying to make it 3 years in a row. Nikolsky was in 2 of 3. Actually, I apologize. Last year, Seeley was also the champion because her and Nikolsky tied. They wouldn't want to settle with a tie again as they continue to push as hard as they can here in the 200-yard breast. It is both Nikolsky and it is both Nikolsky and Seeley. We saw Nikolsky push as hard as she can, and Seeley back out to the lead just over Nikolsky, 50 yards. Seeley out to the lead. She'll have 25 yards to go, but the question is, can Nikolsky run her down? Nikolsky, right there. It is neck and neck for the lead. It is either going to be the junior of Kings or the junior of Misericordia. Seeley out in front. She will win it. Become the two-time champion. Nikolsky in second. And we'll wait for the rest of the lineup. But Seeley comes up big. A huge win for Kirsten Seeley, the junior of Kings. Kings wanted that win desperately as a team, and they got it done. Seeley with the win. Nikolsky second. Third, Burnett. Fourth, Sell. Fifth, Byers. Sixth, Pong. Seventh, Kramer. And eighth, Prest. Making sure no disqualifications, and I haven't heard one. So let's set you up now for the men's 200-yard breaststroke. This is the B final. As the fans getting crazy here for the B final. In lane 1, a senior of Y coming. It'll be Pekasizin. In lane 2, the sophomore Messiah. It'll be Valentine. In lane 3, as he gets quiet, sophomore of Albright, Kyle Morkin. In lane 4, junior of Widener, Paolo Cortez. In lane 5, a freshman of Misericordia, as the Miz fans chanted, Jason Winters. In lane 6, a junior of Kings, Ryan Amaker. In lane 7, a freshman of Kings, Alex Schwartz. They complete the first 50. And rounding out your 8, the freshman of Arcadia, Dalton Fink. Again, this is the final session. Tonight, we will have an award ceremony and declare a MAC swimming championship here in the Middle Atlantic Conference of York, Pennsylvania. It's been a wonderful, wonderful event this week. Love and appreciate all the MAC for having us come out. It's a non-miss. As right now, out in the lead looks to be Morgan. Morgan, a sophomore of Albright. He is pulling away, and he's looking pretty solid here in the 200-yard breaststroke. He's over Paolo Cortez and Jason Winters. He will touch and spin back around, but let's see how close this lead will be. It's going to be between both Cortez and Morgan, that is for sure. Cortez making ground, and actually Winters closing up as well. It is a three-man race. He's able to come to the final 50 yards. A little bit of hesitation there. They got me worried for Morgan, but Morgan's still out to the lead. He pushed off pretty solidly with the hands and is building some momentum. Morgan looking to win the B final. He right now owns the lead just barely, but it is a three-man race to the end. They are dead even at the line. Let's see. In here in the final lap. Oh, let's see who got their head up first. This is going to be neck and neck halfway through the pool, but it's going to come down to the end. And at the line, it's going to be Morgan, Cortez, and then Winters. Coming in fourth will be Hammaker. Fifth will be Pakisezin. Sixth, Valentine. Seventh, Schwartz. And eighth, Fink. So you see the leaderboard for yourself. A heck of a run there in the B final. But at the end of it all, the sophomore of Albright comes up victorious and will earn them 9th place. How about that? 5 seconds faster than this morning's earlier splits. So now we head to the men's 200-yard breaststroke finals. We'll give you the lineup as they come. In lane 1, a freshman of Kings with a preliminary time of 2:12.82. Chris Boxter. In lane 2, a junior of Misericordia, 2:09.96. Again, he is a junior, Ricky Averill. In lane 3, he has come victorious this weekend and participating in his final MAC swimming championship. A senior of Albright with a preliminary time of 2:09.63, Tyler Chamberlain. In lane 4, a junior of Arcadia with a time of 2:04.98. No one was within 5 seconds of him. He came this morning 1/10 and 1/100th of a second shy of the MAC championship record, and just about 6/10 shy of his own record in MAC that he set this year. TJ Dalton. Dalton would love to win today for the record after getting disqualified last night in the 400-yard IM. In lane 5, a junior of Widener with a time of 2:09.25. That is the second fastest time overall. John Lexick. In lane 6, a junior of Arcadia with a time of 2:09.65. Mark Preedy. You have Liberter in lane 7, a junior of Widener with a preliminary time of 2:12.59. And rounding out your lineup, a sophomore of Albright with the slowest time of the group, but looking to help Albright out along with Chamberlain. 74. He made it in, though, by over 3 seconds. Corey Hausler. As they're going over Preedy right now. As Arcadia fans cheering for Preedy. It's a packed house. A lot of fans here today. Albright again looking for their 8th title in 9 years. The only team they've lost to that sits in second place right now is Widener. And looking for their 6th women's championship in a row is Messiah. As they finished out through the lineups. Here we go. So watch for TJ Dalton here. The men's 200-yard breaststroke. Again, he was 5 seconds faster than the entire field. Dalton had a softer jump, but he's out just behind right now, behind Chamberlain. Chamberlain, the senior, he would love to beat Dalton. Dalton right now, neck and neck with Chamberlain. As Chamberlain in the lead, Dalton in second. Chamberlain trying to get it done in his final individual event of his career, but Dalton takes the lead and looks to be ahead as they come through the halfway point of the pool, but nope, Chamberlain takes it back. Chamberlain not giving an inch. It's still a 5 to 6 swimmers race for the lead, but it is led by Dalton and Chamberlain. Dalton will touch first, followed by Chamberlain, and it's back to the lead for Dalton. TJ Dalton now, body and a half ahead. Chamberlain falling back, and moving up to second is John Luxick. Luxick now up to second. Dalton touches. He'll turn back around and work his way up the pool, but he's continuing the momentum. He is halfway across as he continues to work on his breaststroke. He is just pulling away. He did that this morning after the first 100 yards. He is incredible once he gets to that point. Again, he is only a junior. He will go into his senior year next year. He got upset after losing the 400 IM via disqualification and setting a record-setting time in the MAC championships. But today, with 50 yards to go, assuming no disqualification, he's on a very, very good time. The record 2:04.87 looks to be very much in danger. 1:50.5 as he's a quarter of the way through the pool. This is going to be really close. Dalton is setting a time that is very, very good. At the line, he is going to have a final time. 2:05.18. He just missed the record. But for Dalton, a victory which is huge. He ran slower than his preliminary this morning, only by 2/10. But Dalton comes up victorious. Your finishing order, Dalton is the winner. In second is Preedy, third Luxick, fourth Averill, fifth Chamberlain, sixth Liberator, seventh Boxer, and eighth Hausler. So we will have another ceremony here. As they present awards for the 100-yard freestyle. We'll get that to you in just a moment. So here we go. We now have the Finishing results for the women's 100 free final. Haley Gianni will come in 16th, the freshman of Misericordia. The freshman of Kings, Claire Coe, will come in 15th. Kate Bernauer, the freshman of Misericordia, 14th. Lauren Griffith, the senior of Widener, in 13th. Rachel Bruns, the freshman of Messiah, in 12th. Sarah Schertler, the junior of Misericordia, in 11th. It'll be Brianna Hans-Solomon, the senior of Hood, in 10th. And winning the B final is Mary Nikolsky, the freshman of Misericordia. Now your top 8 from the 8th final. Hannah Schrock, the senior of Albright, will come in 8th. Madison McKay, the sophomore of Arcadia, with a time of 55:31, will come in 7th. Kara Zortman, the sophomore of Lycoming, will come in 6th, 54:88. Sammy Murphy, the junior of Albright, 54:67, will be for 5th. 54:64, 300ths of a second faster than Murphy, is Brittany Pond. Again, she gets 4th. Freshman of Messiah, Emily Decker, 54:29. Kaylin Augustine, the senior of Weiner, 53:72. And Cassie Cotton, the winner, the senior of Messiah, 52:41, comes away victorious in the women's 100-yard freestyle. So, we will now head over to the men's 100-yard free final results. Only 15 overall finalists, or really 16 overall in the B final, will be at a tie for 15th. Nick Martino will come in 15th along with Z Kafagi. Kafiji, a freshman of Wilkes. Martino, a sophomore of Wilkes. AJ Cawley, a senior of Arcadia, will come in 14th. Christione, a junior of Kings, will come in 13th. Hunter Page, a junior of Albright, will come in 12th. Joey Antelock, a freshman of Wilkes, will come in 11th. Dan Weeks will come in 10th, the senior of Kings. Timmy Dando will win the B final and come in 9th as a sophomore wider, 48:27. However, everyone in the A final was faster than Dando. Daniel Logan comes in 8th, the sophomore Messiah, 48:26. He was 100 faster than Dando, who won the B final. Jared Byrne will come in 7th with a time of 48:09, the sophomore of Wilkes. Christopher Late, sophomore of Albright, 47:80, comes in 6th. Bryce Grossart, the senior of Kings, 47:73. Tristan Hyatt, the junior of Arcadia, 47:67. Aiden Bergen, the junior of Misericordia, 47:08. Martin Bowden, the junior of Widener, 46:63. And winning it is Aaron Green for now the 10th overall individual championship. The senior of Widener, 45:05. Heck of a job by Aaron Green. And we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the MAC Swimming Championships here in York, Pennsylvania at the York YMCA Aquatic Club. So we will head to the women's 200-yard butterfly. We'll have the men's 200-yard butterfly after this, and then to end it all, and the weekend, we will have the men's and women's 400-yard freestyle relay. Here we go. In lane 1, we'll have Brooke Schlott, a freshman of Albright. In lane 2, Gina Mecca, a freshman of Widener. In lane 3, Caroline Stang, a junior of Widener. In lane 4, you have Weatherby, a junior of Misericordia. In lane 5, you have Hamill, a senior of Widener. In lane 6, Allie Aspie, a senior of Wilkes. Lane 7, a sophomore of Lebanon Valley, Erica Shell. And lane 8, Riley Sella, the junior of Arcadia. So as we're down to the lead, right now in the early portion, it looks to be lane 4 out in front. It'll be Weatherby out to the lead, the junior of Misericordia. She is followed by, right now, by Sampson, but they continue to push out in front. Again, you're watching the Mid-Atlantic Swimming Championships here, the Mid-Atlantic Conference Swimming Championships here in York, Pennsylvania. We're getting down to the final 6 total events, 3 between each men's and women's. Messiah looking to clinch the women's championship for the 6th year in a row here in the MAC, while Albright looks to win 8 of their last 9 and clinch the championship here today. Right now, a pretty solid pace is being set by Weatherby, the junior of Misericordia. It's a race for second between Mecca and Hamill, the senior and freshman of Widener. Both of them are teammates. Widener has 3 swimmers here in this heat, while Misericordia has their 1 lone swimmer, and that's who's in the lead out of Weatherby. Weatherby pushing 20, now 15, 10 yards. In fact, 5 yards to go. Weatherby will touch around and she'll have the final 50. You just got to wonder how it'll come for second place because they are so close, but Weatherby has this one essentially sealed. She will have 25 yards once she touches the wall, and now she will come back around. It should be a relatively easy win for Weatherby, who this morning was a second faster than Hamill and 3 seconds faster than the second fastest swimmer. Weatherby, 10 yards to go. They're telling her to push. She will win. Second will be Hamill. Oh, maybe not. Hamill may have just gotten beat towards the end. We'll find out. No, Hamill indeed does get second. Staying in third. Believe it's going to be Aspie in 4th. 5th will be Mecca. 6th, Shell. 7th, Sella. And 8th will be Schlott. So now, your women's 200-yard butterfly final. We will give you the introduction here as they get ready. The swimmer is getting out of the pool here in just a moment, so they've gotten the word. So here we go, the women's 200-yard butterfly finals. In lane 1, a sophomore of Wilkes with a preliminary time of 2:18.73, Abby Keating. In lane 2, a sophomore of Kings with a time of 2:16.79, Kaylee Gardner. In lane 3, a senior of Stevenson, participating in her final women's 200-yard butterfly. She's performed great this week. Get a time of 2:13.60, Izzy Ramsland. In lane 4, the junior of Widener with a time of 2:08.96. She was 2 seconds faster than the entire field. At the end of it all, she is also the defending champion of this event. Actually, I apologize. She is the fastest here in the butterfly, not the defending champion. but in the 4 will end up being Bujanowski. In lane 5, a freshman of Widener with a time of 2:10.93. It'll be Francescini. In lane 6, a sophomore of Messiah with a time of 2:16.39. It'll be Maylene Elder. In lane 7, a junior of Arcadia with a time of 2:17.25. Rachel Sampson. In lane 8, a freshman of Albright with a time of 2:19.89. Elena Ritchie. Ritchie made it in by over a second over Weatherby. Is the Albright freshman. The lone senior in this A final is Ramsland, again performing her final women's 200-yard butterfly. But the majority of this roster is sophomores: Keating of Wilkes, Gardner of Kings, and also Elder of Messiah. We also have a couple juniors: Sampson of Arcadia and Bujanowski of Widener. And the lone freshman is in lane 5, and that's Franceschini of Widener. So as they give the final starting order, the referee will take it away here and blow the whistle. They will get up onto the board, and they will get set. And we are underway in the women's 200-yard butterfly championship. After this, there will be only 4, or actually 3 more events. We'll have the men's 200-yard butterfly, the women's 400-yard freestyle relay, and the men's 400-yard style relay. And then we'll have championship ceremonies and more. But right now, at the time of 8:13, it continues to be a very fast-paced here as we're 2 hours in, and there's been nothing shy of competitive swimming. In the lead right now, as we go through, it looks to be Bujanowski who has dominated thus far. Bujanowski looking to win the 200-yard butterfly, and thus far she works her way to the first 100 yards, looks relatively solid. Bujanowski, last year she won the 200-yard individual medley, but here in butterfly, she is flying and flying away. You have Izzy Ramsland in 3rd in lane 3, and you have Franceschini in 2nd. Other than that, it's relatively a 3-swimmer race and spread out. Ramsland and Stevenson trying to make up some ground, but Bujanowski is just pulling away. Bujanowski looking very, very solid as junior Widener. Her teammate right now sits in 2nd. Bujanowski will have 50 yards to go. Ramsland and Franceschini neck and neck for 2nd. But Bujanowski, you gotta watch that time, 2:06.55. Bujanowski put a 2:08.96, and she has a very commanding lead here in the 200-yard butterfly final. Bujanowski now, less than 17 yards to go. She works towards the middle portion of the pool. She will try to push forward, and let's see if Bujanowski can get it done. She indeed will. It'll be a race for 2nd between Ramsland and also Franceschini, but Franceschini will get it. Ramsland in 3rd. It looks like Gardner in 4th, Keating in 5th. 6th will be Elder, 7th Sampson, and 8th will be Ritchie. The time from Bujanowski, 2:06.85. She missed it by 3/10 of a second. It would have been a championship record if she would have gotten within it. She tried to push, but she couldn't get it done. But let alone Bujanowski, a huge victory for Widener. Her teammate is well coming in 2nd, which will be more crucial points for Widener. It's also notable Elder, who came in 6th. She is the lone Messiah swimmer in this event, which is crucial for Widener to try to come back into this. But we head to the final three. There will only be one more women's event after this. I believe Messiah has almost sealed it. As they get set. And we're underway for the men's 200-yard butterfly. James Martin in lane 1, a sophomore of Kings. Austin Lauer, a junior of Arcadia in lane 2. You'll have Montevitas, a freshman of Kings in lane 3. Justin Berta in lane 4. He's a sophomore of Wilkes. You'll have Malik Williams, a junior of Albright in lane 5. Anthony Pompey, a senior of Messiah in lane 6. Joe Pettish, a freshman of Arcadia in lane 7 as they complete the first 50 yards. And Trey Harloff, a freshman of Wilkes in lane 8. Williams out to the lead. He did this morning in the preliminary, but it was Justin Berta who ended up taking it away towards the end. Williams is looking very, very strong out in front. We saw him preparing this afternoon when he first came in. He was 100% ready for this 200-yard butterfly, but the lead right now in the hands of Justin Berta. Berta is pretty much neck and neck, but now Williams back to the lead. Williams trying to put the pressure on. They will touch the wall again, and it is still neck and neck. It's going to come down to the end, that is for sure. Oh, now a big, big lead for Williams. Williams has pulled away from Berta. Berta, matter of fact, has just went from the lead almost all the way to third. Williams takes the final lap. I don't know what happened to Berta, but he now indeed has fallen to third. Oh, no, maybe actually he's coming back. He has lane 8 of Finehour, or rather lane 8 of Harloff, and lane 3 of Montevitas up and around him. But it is a dominant lead for Williams, Malik Williams. He'll have 13 yards to go, make it 10, now 5. He will come and win the heat. Coming in second will be Montevitas. And you get the rest of the lineup here and the finishing order. It'll end up being Berta that finishes third, Harloff 4th, Pettish 5th, Lauer 6th, 7th will be Pompey, and 8th will be Martin. So now your Heat 2 and A finals. In lane 1 with a preliminary time of 2:01.95. He's from Albright, a junior, Anthony Spaniard. In lane 2, a senior of Arcadia, with a preliminary time of 2 minutes, 7 tenths, and 5 hundredths of a second, Andre Giovanni. Or rather, Andre Giovanni. In lane 3, a senior of Albright, with a time of 1:59.66. Connor Hassard. In lane 4, the favorite to win, he is a sophomore of Albright, with a preliminary time of 1:55.23. There was no one within 3 seconds of him. Bryce Schaefer. In lane 5, a freshman of Widener, with a preliminary time of 1:58.12. Daniel Parker. In lane 6, a junior of Widener, with a preliminary time of 2 minutes flat, Chris Fleming. In lane 7, a senior of Hood, in his final ever men's 200-yard butterfly, alongside Andre Javon and Connor Hassard, with a preliminary time of 2:01.81, Matthew Ball. And rounding out your 8 in the A final, a sophomore of Widener, with a preliminary time of 2:02.24. That is the slowest of the A final, Connor Finehour. Finehour making it in by 5 tenths of a second over Berta. Williams, who won the B final, 2:03.47. He was a second and 2 tenths faster than. If anyone's wondering what the record is, well, Bryce Schaefer, who was 4 seconds off the record he set last year, does own it. 151.22 for Schaefer last year in the MAC championships, and it's the same MAC record, 151.22. The ANCAA D3A cut, 145.59. The invite is a 149.30. And the NCAA D3B cut, 150.85. And if Schaefer can come out and beat his own record today, there's a good chance he could make the B cut. They announce fine hour. So give it off to the referee, who will blow the whistle. They will get onto the board. And we're underway here in the men's 200-yard butterfly final. They're already flying away to the first 25 yards, and it is neck and neck for the lead. I mean, all 8 swimmers are relatively even as they come back up. Let's see who breaks away. It looks to be number 4, Bryce Schaefer, the sophomore of Albright, doing what he does best, and that is dominating the men's 200-yard butterfly. Schaefer would love to win this event. He already won it last year, and he would love to win it 2 times in a row as a sophomore. He's a very special swimmer, and he won the 100-yard butterfly the other day and continues to look out in front and try to beat his own record. Schaefer is pulling away as he did this morning. He's completing now 100 yards, and he'll have 150 to go. They are cheering him on, but he is just incredible. He has about a 5-yard, maybe 8-yard lead as he continues to expand it. Again, no one was within 3 seconds of him, and he's trying to make it a 4-second victory with the way this is looking here on the butterfly. Schaefer is right now well ahead. He has Daniel Parker, the freshman of Widener, sitting in second. Again, Albright and Widener first and second in the standings. Albright trying to close out their 8th championship in 9 years over Widener, and Widener wants to be the one to upset them again. Now making a difference here in lane 2 looks to be Andre Javone, the senior of Arcadia. 1, 2, 3 they battle, but right now the winner looks to be Schaefer. Schaefer, we gotta watch for that time. He is in record watch. Oh, this is gonna be a wonderful time. He's going to break it, I'm more than positive. 1:50.98, a new record. He just missed a NCAA D3 Cup, but Schaefer breaks his own record and wins the men's 200-yard butterfly. What a run from Schaefer. Your final order. Parker comes in second. Javone in third. 4th is Spanier, 5th is Fleming, 6th is Hassard, 7th is Ball, and 8th is Finehour. So we head now to one more award ceremony. This one for the 200-yard breaststroke for both women's and men's. And then we will have the final 2 events of the weekend. The women's 400-yard freestyle and the men's 400-yard freestyle. Again, both of these are relay races. So if anyone is wondering, also for the record, going into these relays, what the standings look like, we're going to give it to you. After the women's, Messiah has looked like they're going to seal it. 608 points. Widener in second, 425. Arcadia 360. Misericordia 321. Kings 296. They're in fifth. Stevenson in sixth, 292. Lycoming in seventh, 214.5. Albright in eighth, 207. Hood College in 9th, 137.5. In 10th would be Wilkes right now, 112. FDU, after the 1650 victory from Molly Miller, has 97 points in 11th, and Lebanon Valley with 74 in 12th. Let's see after the men's 200 fly if we can have the updated standings, and we will. And it indeed is a sealed victory for Albright. Albright 706 points, Widener 503. That is a 203-point differential, making Albright for now the 8th year of 9 your champions. Arcadia 403 points. They are in 3rd. Kings 323.5 in 4th. Messiah 276 in 5th. Misericordia 222.5 in 6th. Wilkes 194 in 7th. Lycoming 175 in 8th. Hood 151 in 9th. FDU 99 in 10th. Lebanon Valley 52 in 11th. And Stevenson with a lone 6 in 12th. So, a heck of a victory, more than likely, for Albright. By the way, going back to the women's 200-yard breaststroke, in which we just honored, well, the winner was Seaweed for the 2nd year in a row, and a heck of a job from her. TJ Dalton will get honored next. But I gotta say, Messiah looking like they have the chance to win now for the 6th year in a row in women's swimming, and Albright 8 of the last 9. That is an incredible mark, as they would seal it going into the 400-yard freestyle. But again, we have championship ceremonies at the end of these 400-yard freestyles, along with a bunch of season awards, with Rookie of the Year, Swimmer of the Year, and such. But we'll get to all that after these next 2 relays. And while we have the chance for the 400-yard freestyle relay, let's give you some good information here on this one. So the championship record was set by Messiah of last year, 3:29.80. Their swimmers was Sassy Cotton, Brittany Pond, Kaylee Hollenbeck, and Katie Wingert. Wingert obviously graduated, so they have still 3 of their 4 swimmers back. Stevenson, though, they won the individual medley and another relay to start the week. They could be trouble for this Messiah team, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Here is your line for the women's 400-yard freestyle relay, and we do have some lineups. For some of them we will give you lineups for the ones we do have. In lane 3, there will be 4 teams swimming for this one. Lebanon Valley with a time of 4:09.93 on the season. They'll have Juna Curry, Sarah Wolf, Katie Gingrich, and also Nicole Floor, junior, sophomore, and senior. Gingrich being the senior. Wilkes will be in lane 4. They had a preliminary time of 3:55.30. In lane 5 will be Hood with a preliminary time of 4:05.98. They'll go with their same 4 that they've utilized for these freestyles and relays. Ann Coleman, a freshman, will go first. Kate Sanborn will go second. She's a junior. Danielle Pong, who we've already seen today, the sophomore, will go third. And Brianna Hand-Solomon will go last to round it out for Hood. And for FDU, the 1650 winner, Molly Miller, will go first for them. Gianna Rito, the freshman, will go second. Lindsay Nowak, the sophomore, will go third. And Monroe McLaren, the freshman, will go last. For FDUs, they're still going over the finals for the breaststroke. Sure. Results for the women's 200-yard breaststroke. Actually, I apologize, not the breaststroke. Rather, the 200-yard butterfly. We do the men's 200-yard butterfly as they honor Ramsland there, who finished third. Gardner, or Franceschini rather, comes in second. And Bujanowski here it's 3 tenths off the championship record that's over 29 years old now from Megan Devine. Bujanowski gets the win, the junior of Widener. So that'll set us up for the men's 200-yard butterfly ceremonies. And obviously, Bryce Schaefer, the victor of that, setting his own record and beating his own record. That was set back in 2018, 151.22. He ended up running a 150. That was incredible. He became just short of the B cut, but beating his own record by over 3 tenths. Malik Williams winning the preliminary, or I shouldn't say the preliminary, the Heat 1B final. And now they will honor your final 8 in the A final. Fine hour, being honored for 8th. He gets a good cheer. Matthew Ball comes in 7th. The senior hoodie gets a loud ovation as well. Assard comes in 6th. The senior of Albright. Fleming comes in 5th. Spanier comes in 4th. Chavoni comes in 3rd. Andrew Chavoni, of course. Parker, a freshman of Widener, comes in 2nd. And Bryce Schaefer, breaking his own record, 150.98 for Schaefer. So that'll do it for the ceremonies for the individuals. And we will have one last relay for women's and men's to end it off. So within 15 minutes, we're going to take a quick break. But stick with us. You're watching the MAC Swimming Championships for the end of session 7. Up next, the women's 400-yard freestyle relay. We gave you that lineup. We'll go over it again when we come back. And then the men's 400-yard style relay and award ceremonies and more. Again, you're watching the Middle Atlantic Conference Swimming Championships here on YouTube. We'll be right back. So right now in the lead is Wilkes, followed by FDU and Hood. Again, 400 yards here in Freestyle Relay. They will come through. And they will get ready to switch off. Swimming hard here in the freestyle. Here we go. Wilkes will go in. Next will be FDU. Actually, rather, next will be Hood, then FDU. It's neck and neck for third between both Lebanon Valley and FDU, but Wilkes and Hood pulling away. Right now it is a big lead for Wilkes. 3:55.30 was their preliminary time. They look to take away the heat and build some momentum going on into next season. Wilkes coming across the middle. They continue to expand the lead. They will touch the wall again. They will get ready to come back in, but Wilkes is pulling away here in the 400-yard individual freestyle. Or rather, not individual, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Here we go, make sure no false start. They'll touch and trade off. Wilkes still with a massive, massive lead. At the time, it's about a 15-second lead. But watch in lane 5 as Hood right now has one of their fastest swimmers as of the moment out there. As they continue to swim on through. Still a pretty solid time overall being set. It's coming down to the end though. The lead for Wilkes is being cut down by Hans Solomon. Hans Solomon is now neck and neck. They are tied for the lead. Hans Solomon to the lead. Oh, Hans Solomon got it at the end for Hood. Wilkes comes in second. It'll be third for Lebanon Valley, and FDU will come home fourth when they get there. But how much of a run there from Hans Solomon after it looked like Wilkes had the lead settled, and they end up winning by 0.08 of a second. 3:53.06, 3:53.14, 3:59.16, and 4:17.97. Again, 0.08 of a second, but now your women's main event. Messiah may have sealed the women's championship coming into this event, but they look to end on a high note. Here we go. In lane 1 with a preliminary time of 3:50.06. It'll be Albright. In lane 2 with a preliminary time of 3:45 flat. It'll be Kings. In lane 3, a preliminary time of 3:44.02. Misericordia. In lane 4 with a preliminary time of 3:37.8. They are the fastest qualifiers and by a full 5 seconds over second. It'll be Messiah. In lane 5 with a preliminary time of 3:42.5. It'll be Widener. In lane 6 with a preliminary time of 3:44.50. It'll be Arcadia. In lane 7 with a preliminary time of 3:46.59. It'll be Lycoming. And in lane 8, the same lane in which they won to start out the weekend with a preliminary time of 3:54.31. It'll be Stevenson. So Stevenson, and in lane 8, Izzy Ramsland, one of the seniors, in her final swim ever in the women's 400-yard freestyle relay. Ramsland is a big factor earlier on in the relay for Stevenson. to open up the weekend as they get set. And they're underway. Here in the women's 400-yard freestyle relay, and it's 8 swimmers all neck to neck. In the lead right now is Messiah as they turn around. Messiah, it's all neck and neck again. Right now, 7, actually all 8 swimmers are all right next to each other. Messiah barely owns the lead as they come through the first 50 yards. They'll flip back around and look to go through the next 100, paddling hard. In lane 1 right now looks to be Albright, who is right in it. Right now in the back is Stevenson, but that's what they did individually to start the race earlier on in the individual medley. They ended up coming back from it and beating Messiah, who dominated the event, and we will see. Messiah will touch. It'll trade off as they complete the first 100 yards, 300 yards to go, and they are pulling away. It is a massive lead right now. In second is lane 5, and that is Widener. Widener second in the standings, and that's where they'll finish. Messiah, they barely hold the lead right now. It's by about a body's length over Widener. 50 yards to go before they will have the third swimmer in. Messiah setting a pretty good tone. The only team that looks to be out of it as the moment is Stevenson, but everyone else is neck and neck, all within a half a straight of each other. They'll flip back around, and Messiah continuing to expand the lead. They will get the next woman in onto the board, and when they touch, they will tag in and jump into the pool. They now take the dive. They leap ahead. Now it'll be a dive, 2 more dives, make it 2 more again. But in second, and now the last 2 dive as well. But right now, it's Messiah versus Widener. Messiah pulling away. Widener, it's now a body and a half length. But Messiah is looking in control through the next 50. They'll flip back around, and they will get ready to come for the final 50 yards. Then they will have their final and their 4th swimmer come in, as they are now 250 yards in, working, or 275 yards in rather, working on yard 300. Messiah is still out to the lead, and their fastest swimmers yet to come for both Messiah and Widener. We'll tag in. Messiah out to a lead. They're going to have half a pool's length over Widener. Let's see if they can break the momentum. Widener trying to push as hard as they can. Stevenson going with Ramsland to end it out. Ramsland pushing. She's trying to make some momentum for Stevenson, but it may be too little too late. As they work on the first 50 yards, Messiah expanding the lead. They now will turn around 50 more yards. Messiah, who is going to be the 6th time in a row champions, are going to end it off here in victory. More than likely 25 yards to go. Messiah, all they need to do is win this, and they will be officially MAC swimming champions as a team, and they will get it done. Messiah wins. Widener in second. Third will be Arcadia. 4th will be Misericordia. 5th Lycoming. 6th will be Kings. 7th Stevenson, and 8th Albright. Kings, pretty good performance as well. Say the least, coming out in 5th. They've had a great performance this week, but none better than Messiah, who indeed will clinch the team championship after this event. A wonderful, wonderful performance from Messiah this week. Now 6 times in a row, they have won the MAC swimming championships. And we will now have 2 heats in the men's 400-yard freestyle. And let's give you that lineup that we do have for this heat 1. We don't have one for heat 2. But here we go. Lebanon Valley in lane 1. They'll have Charlie Bessiak, a sophomore. Chandler Mumper. Derek Souter. and Kurt Harnish. Their preliminary time was a 4:08.83. In lane 4, FDU Florham, Eric Bang, the sophomore, will lead it off. Joshua Atkins in lane is their second guy, the sophomore. Nick DiBenedetto, the senior, will go third, and Anthony Musciati, the freshman, will finish it off. And for Hood in lane 5, Brooks Anderson. He is a freshman. Max Rydell, who we've seen today, the senior, will go second. John Foley, as they complete the first 50 yards, the freshman, will go third. And Matthew Ball, another swimmer we've seen today. Matter of fact, we saw him in the men's 200-yard butterfly, will finish it out for Hood, the senior, finishing out his collegiate career alongside his teammate Rydell. He'll also swim with two freshmen, DiBenedetto as well of FDU, finishing out his career. They get ready for the first trade-off. And right now, the early lead out for FDU. They look pretty solid here in this Heat 1. Obviously, they won't come away with an overall victory, but they've come out to swim pretty solidly. Hood in second with their senior Rydell in. Rydell for the final time ever in the pool here in the MAC Swimming Championships. He would love a Heat 1 victory to give it to Hood. From here, as they have less than 50 yards to go before they go to their third transition, Hood will go to John Foley. FDU will go to Nick DiBenedetto, while Lebanon Valley, who trails far back, will go to Derek Souther. It is neck and neck, and it is Hood to the lead. As they will trade off, Hood will come on down. John Foley will swim alongside the senior, Nick DiBenedetto. It is still neck and neck for the lead through the first 25 yards. Anyone can win this Heat 1. It's all going to come down to the final swimmer. You just got to wonder who it'll be. Back to the lead is FDU, led by their senior DiBenedetto. Experienced in his 400-yard relay, he would love to give a Heat 1 victory to FDU to round out his career. He will come and touch the wall. He will have 25 yards more to go before they get to the final man for FDU. FDU now pulling out in the lead over Hood. Their final two swimmers for FDU will be Musciati, the freshman. It'll be Matthew Ball, the senior for Hood. They will jump, and now Ball will try to run down Musciati. Ball is a very, very fast swimmer, and you gotta wonder if he can run them down. Ball looking to make a statement. He is closing the distance through the first 50 yards, but does he have enough time? They will come around towards the middle portion of the pool and work towards the next 25. There will be 25 yards to go, but right now the distance continuing to get cut down from Musciati as Matthew Ball is flying. Ball is close. Ball's within a half body. He is pushing. Ball looking for the lead. This is going to come down to the end. It's going to be Matthew Ball giving a victory to Hood. 3:26.82, 3:27.04 for FDU and Lebanon Valley. We'll have Kurt Harnish finish it off, and they will come in third. What a finish to Heat 1 of the men's 400-yard freestyle relay. As the Widener fans cheering. So here we go. Our final heat. Widener the favorite to win this one, as they are the 4 seed, but we will go over the official lineup for you. Again, we don't have the swimmers, but we do know a couple in particular. Of Albright right now, they'll be in lane 1 with a preliminary time of 3:17.68. Again, this is your last event of the night. Messiah has already clinched the women's MAC Swimming Championships, and right now, Albright looks to do the same. In lane 2, Wilkes, 3:16.11. In lane 3, it will be Kings, 3:15.27 preliminaries. In lane led by the senior Aaron Green. He has just won his 10th individual championship of Widener. It'll be Widener 3:08.75. They're a full 5 seconds faster than any other team. Arcadia will be in 5th with a preliminary time of 3:13.09. They are the second fastest. In lane 6, Mezzocordia 3:15.47. In lane 7 of Messiah 3:17.05. And lane 8, it'll be Lycoming 3:25.24. So here we go. They will get set. And you gotta wonder how it'll start. Well, to no surprise, the men's 100-yard freestyle champion will huddle up for Widener, and he will start for them. I tell you, all right fans and Widener fans still here. Towards the end, they're all surrounding the pool. Here we go. Gets quiet. Get Mark, and we're underway. Aaron Green puts them out to an early lead for Widener. Green leading it off. To no surprises, out to an early lead in the first 25. He won the 100-yard free. The 100-yard freestyle individually, and he is out to a dominant lead right now for Widener. Widener pulling away. In second is lane 1 of Albright. Albright, they're looking to win 8 championships in the last 9 years, and the only college that has stood in their way is Widener. Although Albright has essentially sealed it, they would love to come away with the victory overall. They will transition off. Green gives them a pretty solid lead. Widener pulling away with Albright battling for second alongside with Mezzocordia. Mezzocordia giving it their last push of the weekend. They're trying to do what they can. Widener was a full 5 seconds faster overall, and they continue to show why. The record of this event, 3:04.29 set by Widener. Gainer, Platt, Bowden, and Green. They all set the MAC record, 3:04.29 back in this MAC championship, and right now they are on the pace to beat it. They continue to push forward. Widener is looking good, and they are looking in the lead. They would love to win this event as they continue to pull away. Widener, they touch, they will flip off. Widener continuing to expand. It is a dominant lead for Widener. In second still sits Albright, but Widener is pulling away. They continue to push. Aaron Green sitting on the side. He wants a huge victory out of his team. He's won 10 individual championships, but it is neck and neck for the lead. Albright is coming back. They are right there. They are trying to challenge Widener. Can Albright, who is going to win 8 of their last 9 championship appearances, come away with the victory? We will have to see. Widener still out in front, but it's going to come down to the final tag and transition. Widener jumps, Albright jumps. It's 2 racers for the lead. Albright out to the lead, it looks like, as they head towards the end. 25 yards in, they will have 175 yards, or rather 75 yards to go. Albright just trailing, Widener still out in front. Widener will touch, 50 yards to go. Albright right there. They're still neck and neck. They are jumping up and down. They are trying to cheer for their fans. Albright looking to take the victory the final 25 yards. Widener still barely out in front. Here we go. It'll come to the end. Albright right there. Widener pushing. Widener still ahead. Widener will win. Albright second. Third will be Arcadia. And the rest of the results, Mezzocordia 4th. Kings in 5th. Coming in 6th will be Messiah. 7th will end up being Wilkes. And 8th will be coming. So Albright, who is going to win 8 of their last 9 championships, comes in second, but Widener, for their senior Aaron Green, ends up coming away victorious in the men's 400-yard freestyle relay. And ladies and gentlemen, that was event 36 and our final event here this evening. But we still have a full-blown award ceremony for the 400 free relay awards and presentation. We're also going to have a presentation of Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, also the Evison Award, the team champions, and that would end up wrapping up our coverage once we have those. So we will get the results for you when we have a chance. And we hope to get you the standings. So, our final awards, the women's 400-yard free relay. Let's get you those results and setting everything up here. They move everything around to get ready for the podium. The results of the women's 400-yard freestyle relay in 12th with a time of 4:17.97 FDU Florham. In 11th with a time of 3:59.16 it'll be Lebanon Valley. In 10th with a time of 3:53.14 it'll be Wilkes. In 9th with a time of 3:53.06 it's Hood. They won by 0.08 of a second. In 8th, with a time of 3:45.04, it'll be Albright. In 7th, with a time of 3:43.85, Stevenson. In 6th, with a time of 3:43.13, it'll be Kings. In 5th, with a time of 3:42.60, it'll be Lycoming. In 4th, with a time of 3:42.15, Misericordia. In 3rd, with a time of 3:39.41, it'll be Arcadia. With a time of 3:38.32, in 2nd, it'll be Widener. And the winning team, with a time of 3:32.92, it'll be the team of Sassy Cotton, Brittany Pond, Nancy Ziegler, and Kaylee Hollenbeck. Cotton and Pond come out victorious with a time of 3:32.92. Your final women's teams rankings: in 12th, Lebanon Valley with 86 points. In 11th, FDU Florham with 107 points. In 10th, Wilkes with 126 points. In 9th, Hood, 155.5 points. In 8th, Albright, 229 points. In 7th, Lycoming, 242.5 points. In 6th, Stevenson, 316 points. In 5th, Kings, 322 points. In 4th, Misericordia, 351 points. In 3rd, Arcadia, 392 points. In 2nd, Widener, 459 points. And your 2019 Team MAC Swimming Champions, Messiah College, 648 points. They are your team women's champions. Now we'll head to the men's 400 free relay as they get pictures here of the women's, and we'll give you those final results in just a moment. Men's relay will get ready to head towards the podium. They'll take the pictures. get ready now to give you the final results here this weekend. And here we go. In 11th, with a time of 3:49.34, it'll be Lebanon Valley. In 10th, with a time of 3:27.04, it'll be FDU. Finishing 9th will be Hood with a time of 3:26.82. Finishing 8th with a time of 3:24.20 will be Lycoming. Finishing 7th with a time of 3:14.71 will be Wilkes. Finishing 6th with a time of 3:13.62 will be Messiah. Finishing 5th with a time of 3:11.91 is Kings. Finishing 4th with a time of 3:11.63 will be Misericordia. Finishing in 3rd with a time of 3:10.40, it'll be Arcadia. Finishing 2nd with a time of 3:09.41, it'll be Albright. And winning the men's 400-yard freestyle relay with a team of Aaron Green, the senior, the sophomore, Timmy Dando, the freshman, Daniel Parker, the junior, Martine Roden. With a time of 3:08.09, Widener comes out victorious in your men's 400-yard freestyle. And your final standings. In 12th with 6 points, it'll be Stevenson. In 11th with a total of 64 points, it'll be Lebanon Valley. In 10th with a total of 113 points, it'll be FDU Florham. In 9th with a total of 169 points, it'll be Hood College. In 8th with a time of with a total points of 197 points, it'll be Lycoming. In 7th with a total points of 218, it'll be Wilkes. In 6th with a total of 252.5 points, it'll be Misericordia. In 5th with a total of 302 points, it'll be Messiah. In 4th with a total of 351.5 points, it'll be Kings. In 3rd with a total of 435 points, it'll be Arcadia. In 2nd with a total of 543 points, it'll be Widener University. And for the 8th time in 9 years, your champions of the Middle Atlantic Conference Swimming Championships, Albright College, comes home with 740 points. We'll have ceremonies for both them and Messiah when we head into the next couple of moments. So they award the men's winners here. And now we will have the presentation of Coach of the Year. We'll take a listen into that here as we get ready towards the end of the ceremonies here in a packed house of York, Pennsylvania. Messiah coach will come forward as they will have a Rookie of the Year. Nancy Ziegler is your Rookie of the Year of Messiah. She won a couple big events and was very huge in the relays this weekend. Nancy Ziegler earning an individual championship, and today winning the relay for Messiah to end out. She is your Rookie of the Year. And I would assume we would go with Coach of the Year next. So continue to listen in. apologize. I know the mic's not necessarily picking up the fullest, so that's the reason why I'm also reiterating it to you fans here at home. Messiah College Tyler Wilkinson comes home with the men's Rookie of the Year. So how about that? Wilkinson earning the men's Rookie of the Year here. So both him and Ziegler, your two Rookie of the Years between the women's and men's. And Wilkinson as well, as mentioned, a freshman of Messiah. So two Messiah swimmers taking home Rookie of the Year this year. Messiah in men's came home 5th, but you know what? Wilkinson swam great this year. Oh wow, this place has erupted. This place has absolutely erupted. As a team, they will all come forward. Coach John comes home with the Coach of the Year for women's. Michael Hay is your men's Coach of the Year. By the way, the women's Coach of the Year of Stevenson, Coach John, I'm referring to. The men's Coach of the Year, as he will stand up. Michael Hay earning the men's Coach of the Year. And we'll wait for that. And here we go. The Evanson Award is next. Well, it's for Swimmer of the Year. It's given to the highest swimmers with a points total for women's and men's. Coach from Messiah will walk up to the awards table.
The 2019 Middle Atlantic Conference Davy Evanson Women's Swimmer of the Year is Kaylee Hollenbach.
Kaylee Hollenbach, the Swimmer of the Year for women's. It came down to a tiebreaker, as they mentioned. But Hollenbach, breaking a record, made the difference. She is your Swimmer of the Year. So Hollenbach We'll take a picture. So yeah, heck of a campaign for her this year. Takes away the MAC championship. But she's had a wonderful, wonderful year as a sophomore. The coach for Widener podium, and I'd say this one is as predictable as can be. Coach Haney will come forward. The 2019 the Everson Swimmer of the Year, Aaron Green. So Green, the Swimmer of the Year, that one to no surprise. Green, dominant this weekend. The senior, he's done everything you physically can this weekend. Green, a 10-time individual champion, and also a big part of helping Widener there win that 400-yard freestyle relay at the end. There was a bunch of swimmers as well, did very good individually, but none better than Green. Aaron Green finishing out his senior career. And now the final team results. I gave them already, but they will go over them here. At 11 and 12 for women's. FDU in 11th. Wilkes in 10th. 155 and a half. Albright in the 8th with 229. Stevenson 316. Misericordia gets 4th with 351. Arcadia 392. Widener, they'll be in second, 459. And the champions for the 6th year in a row, 648 points, Messiah. Messiah, the team will march forward. They will take the picture for the 6th year in a row up on the podium. A well-deserved championship for Messiah. They dominated this weekend in the women's division. We had Widener come in second in both men's and women's, but it was Messiah who dominated for the 6th year in a row. And for Messiah, I guess you could say, it didn't start off 100% right. Stevenson ended up winning. Messiah came in second the first event, then they came in first. Then they came in second again and first again, so they really split. They finished no lower than second, especially in the relays to open up the night. They did a good job, and Messiah is your MAC swimming championships for women's. Still take the picture, and rightfully so. It's not easy being the Middle Atlantic Conference champions in swimming, but Widener, they've done it 6 years in a row, and they've held off the best. I mean, not Widener, rather, Messiah has done it 6 years in a row, holding off Widener. It's not an easy thing to do. Albright's proved it the opposite direction, as they're on their way to win 8 of their last 9, as mentioned before. And Albright, you know, they lost to Widener. It's not easy to keep a streak. Messiah, they've won 6 in a row, which is miraculous. Or rather, Messiah's won 6 years in a row over Widener, which is incredible. And Messiah, as they take the team picture, a big victory in the MAC championships. Stevenson in 12th, the Valley in 11th. FDU comes in 10th with 113. 9th place is Hood, 169. 197 for Lai coming in 8th. 7th Wilkes, 218. Misericordia in 6th, 252.5. Messiah comes in 5th with 302. Kings comes in fourth, 351.5. Third is Arcadia, 435. Widener in second, 543. And for the 8th time in 9 years, Albright with 740 points, and the Albright fans are going to erupt here. The College Lions, as the fans do indeed erupt, have won now 8 times in the last 9 years, and they will take the ceremonial march up to the podium and continue to script their way into history as they continue to dominate men's swimming alongside with Widener, but this year again, Widener just short in both men's and women's. As the cheers from the Albright fans, they will get their shirts and get ready to come onto the podium. A well-deserved championship for Albright. They dominated this from start to finish. They started this weekend with 2 wins in the relays. They were dead perfect to start, and they kept it going. They finished second here in the final relay tonight. Individually, they dominated as well, have a lot of very young, fast swimmers. But rightfully so, they are your 2019 Mid-Atlantic Conference swimming champions. So we wait for the picture. And that being said, that will do it. So Messiah and Albright are your 2019 Mid-Atlantic Conference champions. I want to thank Manhattanville for allowing us to come out here, and I also want to thank the Mid-Atlantic Conference for inviting us here to York, Pennsylvania for this wonderful event. I want to thank everyone for putting this together. Again, I want to congratulate Messiah and Albright on their championships, but for signing out for the 2019 Mid-Atlantic Conference Championships for the final time, I've been Tim Moore. Have a good night, everyone.